Alright, let's go. Week 1 is over. Into week 2 of the VPL. Welcome everyone. Hello. Welcome to everyone watching on YouTube as well as live. So, week 1 has been exciting. Like, I could not have asked for a better start to the VPL. There have been ups and downs. Where to begin? Let's take a look at the standings at the end of week 1 real quick, shall we? Alright, how do I zoom this in a bit? Oh! That'll do, yep. So, we have Dino Bozos, Top Deck Sidekicks, Owl Coop, Forge Freaks, and the SSS winning their week 1 matches. A lot of the matches were actually fairly close. You know, a few 6-5s, 7-4 here. Sorry, 7-3 there, 6-4 there. Dino Bozos actually won week 1 with a 7-3, so this game record here actually is already taking account of the fact that some games in week 2 have already finished. But yeah, there's There's been a few amusing games. So before we jump straight into the records, let's take a look at the week 2 pairings. So, oh, that looks really tiny on stream. That's how can I make this bigger? Yeah, that'll do, I guess. So week 2, we've got Shiny Cardboard Obsession versus Crow's Nest, Forge Freaks versus Top Deck Sidekicks, Owl Coop versus Deck Players Rebirths, the Mashed Potatoes versus Team SSS, and the Dino Bozos versus the Neighborhood Watch. So you've got Hey It's Shay versus Sergio, Asta versus Spiteful Dunker, Adignista versus Kuroneko, Konami versus the Bishop, Scardies versus the Sunyon, Hajimari versus Reverse Ace, Bomb Pop King versus Pape 2, Wall Wolves versus Sekane Kaisha, Braceland versus Lego, and then Sage versus Hal, which is... I'll come to that in a moment. For Forge Freaks versus Top Deck Sidekicks, you've got AL versus Ray, which is... That's very much team kill, friend killing right there. Berry versus Fenris Olven. Roman Cardfight versus Jeremy, which we see is already finished. Belfizer versus Kamanagi. Gnarly Kitty versus Enzasama. Princess Mona versus Ramon. Cardfight Prime versus Albright. Tokuro versus Tetrace. And Xander Mr. Turkey. And another friend kill grudge match. We've got Frank Narasamurai versus Franz. I think this was a requested matchup, so that's going to be interesting how that plays out. Then for Owl Coop versus Deck Players Rebirths, we have the captains facing each other. So Gwen taking that early win there, very solid against Utman. JB Mac versus Peter, Jedediah versus Autismus, Johnny Dude versus Relaxing Maps, Zanis versus Swag Messiah, Winter versus BB Exceed, Slasher versus Kenzio, Morgan versus VJ, Rex Flame and Nitaro, and finally Griffin and Shinobu. Alex was robbed by the OT. He just wasn't passionate enough. That's the right. If he was more passionate, his OT would have come out defensively to counter it. That's all I'm saying. So Mashed Potatoes versus SSS, you got Mash versus Demios, which I think is a requested matchup as well. Cosmic Sapphire versus Wolfren. Toby versus Nuno. That is absolutely this was one of the first games that finished, and this was a Clash of the Titans, the Clash of the Titans. So Toby there proving, those championship belts were earned for a reason. Michael Windley versus Mines. Chang versus Michael. Cheyenne versus Vortextual. Sleepy PJ versus Find, Dexivate versus Pokerprat, Julian Dreams versus Nin, Wolfen versus Gundam Gator, and for Dinobozers versus Neighborhood Watch, you've got Cardbeat versus Gurgit, the other Roman. So we might be seeing this on stream later this evening. No promises, but maybe. Mino No versus Starling Says, Yotsuburo versus Yami Zero, Akuza Nero versus Chase, GH Legend versus Kisamat, Zephyr versus Curly Hero, Shirataka versus Night Shroud, Pripe versus Casey Alex, Steve Youth versus Radiant Prawn, and finally Works in Progress versus Nobby CS. So yeah, something I didn't talk about last week is it only sunk into me by Tuesday or Wednesday that there's 50 games a week being played here, which is I think most locals don't play 50 games in one tournament, let alone 50 games a week. If you have let's say you have 10 people at your locals, that's 4 rounds. That's 5 times 4. That's 20 games are played in a 4-round 10-person locals. So we are if you go up to say, 5 rounds, 16 people, that's still 5 times 8. We have more games per week than some locals have in a day, which is mind-blowing to me. So again, it's really good seeing everyone really into it, really engaging. I love sort of lurking in all the team chats and see all the various things that are going on. Some teams, I'm not naming any names, but some teams are taking it super seriously. Oh, what's this person playing? What's this team playing? What deck are we going to take? To counter this person? And then some teams are just hey, look at this silly thing look at the silly deck I've come up with. and everyone else is like, yeah, dude, run it, run it. And it's just this, like, you know, all sorts. It's like really fun to watch. So yeah, let's quickly recap the players on each team and how they performed. So Crow's Nest unfortunately lost their first week. You've got Sagran, Braceland, and Super Godivan winning their games, but unfortunately, a lot of the expected players, I am told, or at least from what I watched, a lot of players on this team definitely got sacked. Like, I watched 2 games of this from this team, and they were very unfortunate. So, Hajimari, also known as Alex Arda, I think is one of the NA, like, Jiva gods. So he actually played a Jiva mirror. Like, in his game, you had 2 players, one of which I believe came like 3rd at a BSF, and then one of them came like, no, 2nd, I think, maybe at BSF, and one of them came 3rd at Worlds with Jiva. So two of Jiva's strongest soldiers in the mirror match, but unfortunately one of them absolutely bricked, which is really unfortunate. It was a bit of a short game, but there were some interesting takeaways there. And Chang and I actually, literally last night, we recorded commentary on this, so you can expect to see this coming up on the Yellow Card TCG YouTube channel very soon. And then the other sad story, you've got Mash's Potatoes, who, according to Mash, 4 of his games were stolen by a defensive OT. Now, I only saw 2 of them, so I can't say too much, but let's watch one of those games, shall we? Let's jump into a game review straight away. All right, let me pull this up. Sam didn't sleep last night. Yeah. That is the wrong thing. So that's not the game we want to watch. We want to watch... Where is it? We want to watch this one. Okay, I need to change all of these. Everyone gets to watch me remake this live in real time. That's not it either. There we go. That's the window. Now I need to fix this cropping because I had it cropped for a different game. Boy, I love being prepared. Alright. Make that a little bit bigger. And then the other one. Oh boy, this is scuffed. Please tell me I don't need to do too much fiddling around with that. You know what? That'll do. That's good enough, I think. I'll take it. I'll take it. Right. So on the left, you've got Jamimon playing Luart, and on the right, you've got Blaze Felix playing Rezael. And this is, it's a game. I would never move. We're not going to watch the full game, but we are going to skip forward a bit.
I asked my opponent to get a G-Zone and he said no. It is the Luwag mirror.
For what it's worth, while this is going on, I was busy playing in the finals of my wife's locals. So I wasn't watching the entire game, I was just watching bits and pieces. Alright. I forgot. I actually fixed the zoom here, so we might be able to... Whoa. No, let's not do that. Can I make this a little bit bigger? Okay, that kind of works. That kind of works. What about this one? Yeah, I don't know if you heard it on the thing, but Callum was definitely recording Mash Cam, which I will show you a little bit later. Oh boy, yeah, like we'll cover Mash's reactions after the game. So we got early rush coming from Raziel, which is pretty good. You know, Blaze Felix there, not afraid of being hit by Order of the World. Alright, so Jeremy draws. Does he have it? He has it! Oh, Luard players always have it. And he has the dog as well, and the Teethful. Oh, what a good player.
Wow.
What a good player.
The rest of it is triggers.
Drew dog off the order. He's just built different, bro. You traded the ability to walk properly for the ability to sack. I don't. There's just. What can I say?
Well, we're playing dog format. We're playing dog format. How much? 23.
So yeah, I love it. It's turn 3 of the game. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and we've had 4 dog. We have 4 dog resolutions by turn 3. I love Vanguard. Alright, let's keep skipping a little bit. Takes it.
Jamie, my turn?
Yes. I flip them different ways every time. You flip the triggers on
Ditch crit. Right. I hate to show it. Kill those 3.
Shows a trigger. That's definitely something. He finds not dog, but he has another dog anyway.
Oh, you're a bit late.
Going. Yep. So yeah, going second into choosing to go second as Raziel is a really good choice here because obviously you're not restricted by grade 3 and like the early rush doesn't matter because you have Wisdom of the World. You've got everything else to go. Let me turn this down a little bit because there's so much background noise. So like, you can always make up the deficit in damage really easily and use a nice stride. But Luard there, responding correctly, just saying like, okay, I'll just get the ride up, do my things, get my pluses, and then just get into a position where I can then free stride next turn really effectively. Unfortunately, Jeremy there just keeps hitting Order of the World. He's just that good.
This is the normal term when it comes to
Wisdom, Teethfall into Wisdom, into Teethfall into Wisdom. Oh. Is it possible to learn this power? Gets the Luard, ready to go. Now the danger here, the minor danger he runs is if Jeremy, like depending on how hard Jeremy pushes here, he does open himself to being slightly damage denied. Because like, if Sam wants to be like, okay cool, swing at rears, leave you on 1 damage, make it so that you can't like +2 hard, it does become difficult for Jeremy to like get into the 6 attack, double Morfessa, drag drive a combo turn. Meanwhile, Sam's left all his damage open, he can just do whatever the hell he wants.
just 10. Cards? 25?
Because Jeremy is plussing a lot here. So we'll see how good Sam's first grade 3 turn is.
Every time.
Draws a heal that you could have defensed with, which would have been nice. Would have been active as well. But yeah, he doesn't have that much in his drop zone ready to go. He's got like dogs, but not much else.
Broken pockets! This is not...
And there's not a lot he can do.
Throw my cards. Cannabas.
Play his order. Find Teethfall. No teeth fault.
I found a lot of dogs. That's not.
Oh! Pulls Persona ride. That is
Yeah,
brutal.
Maybe, no.
Yeah, by this point I've walked away and gone back to play Weiss. Man, having to call Persona ride to board is... That's rough. All 4 dogs? That is indeed all 4 dogs. No, I think he's seen 3 dogs. Because the one on the right hand side is the one that just came out of the drop from grade 2 on ride.
Cars I would like to see sooner. Swing.
Yeah, Double Biscotti is also kind of cracked.
What's the restriction on combo?
I've had grade 2s.
Like, you're not using energy for anything else. Energy Blast 6, draw 2 cards. Kinda crazy.
Power.
Yeah, the heal is live.
Yeah, power there.
Heal stays on board? Yes, I remember. I distinctly remember.
Power there.
One damage.
Just 1 damage, yeah.
No defensive though, and that's 2 more Fesses going to the damage zone for Jeremy.
28.
He's really bad today.
26, 36.
So this isn't like an amazing grade 3 turn, it's reasonable. But the fact that Sam doesn't have Cadwalla, he hasn't been able to like teeth fault into other pieces. Like Sam's not plussing at all here. Like Wisdom of the World, having to call down Persona Ride really hurts him. And Jeremy says that he struggles to see PG, so yeah, his guarding ability is not that high either. But like we can see his hand from this angle. There's a few things going on there. So it's not like the end of the world. Like yeah, he has OT in hand, but whatever.
26.
I mean, yeah, Sam bot decking the OT with Dog, I think is fine. I personally would have added the OT for the shield value, and because your opponent doesn't know you add it, it makes it so that they always have to play around a thing that doesn't exist, which is good for you, but I think bot decking it is fine, because, like, you will eventually Divine Skill and shuffle it around, so it's not the end of the world.
I am original 3.
Yeah. Jeremy there, figuring out what to recycle for his stride. And yeah, like Demiel said, being at 1 damage is fine if you're only on 3. It just means that you won't be able to use Luard's on stride to retire when to make a board unless you have the insult countercharge grade 2 thing, which I don't think Jeremy has. So yeah, we see that he chooses not to use the on stride skill because he wants the counterblast of the driver. So he misses the ability to like put an extra body on the board, which is it's not the end of the world, but it would have been nice.
This is 33.
I quite.
1 damage.
I know.
Not a defensive. I mean, Sam is still in the damage lead, so it's not the end of the world for him. You have 3, yeah, but like he would have had 3 face down if he counter blasts for stride skill, and then he has the grade 2 from hand to call. That's the point. Because then he goes attack with the grade 2, insult, countercharge the 3rd damage, and then flip with the driver into the Morfessa, or Solemn Clown in this case.
Nothing.
And triple drives blanks. Definitely not what you want to see as Luard. So even though things are going rough for Sam, they're going rough for Jeremy as well. So this is a balanced game. Balanced.
God, last draw. Hold on.
Sam taking the 3rd damage there, which enables his full combo. Being able to reanimate Teethfault and Dog is huge. Drives funny due to his legs. True. He has the Persona Ride. So he's only got one Res-IL left to Persona Ride. Which could be dangerous.
One of.
I personally still don't like Nobia. I think Nobia should be a 0 of. It's just... I don't know, man. I just don't think it's that good. Cause another trigger. Dude. She's crazy? No, she's not. You cannot convince me that Nobia is worth playing. I cannot be convinced of that.
28. Big scary number.
Defensive negates Persona. Reanimates the standard column.
What's the right number? 23.
No divine skill? I think you can hold out on divine skill. Because, like, you want a divine... I would... Given that, like, how bad the situation is for Sam, I would consider using divine skill as a way to make up pressure when you don't have Persona Ride. Like, if you swing at your opponent with, like, 23 triple drive with lots of crits in the deck, like, even though the turn is quote-unquote easier to guard, they still have to guard really aggressively unless they have PGs, which, as we've heard, Sam doesn't have. 2 to pass? 2 more blanks as well. I mean, yeah, this is just gentle, regular Vanguard. Default column should be 38. No, 43. Yeah. Yeah, Jeremy's hand doesn't look very healthy here. And the problem is that, like, with 2 Morphesas in the damage zone, I would... Like, going to 5 is fine, but you don't have the resource to go the full Morphesa combo, which is, like, also kind of sad. So it's not like you'll be able to, like... And we know that he has the Luan in hand to go into the driver, but going into drive when your opponent's on 3 feels really, really bad. Like, there's no PG in the drop zone yet, but I would have considered recycling the Deerung in this situation, just so that you can get the Deerung in the deck, find your PGs this turn, and then Deerung them back the turn after. That's like, I know, thinking very hopeful, like super long game, but when your opponent's on 3 damage, I think it's something to think about. Should have aimed for the quad drive. Yeah, I think you can just go into a raw driver with no effect is also valid. Especially if the game's going to go on as long as this one, which you're expecting. I think Deerung is bad. I mean, I also agree. I would play it as a 1-off, maybe max. I also haven't been tracking his owls. I don't know how many owls he has, but going into driver now... Sorry, going into strider now means that you can then countercharge with the owls and then do the full Morphesa driver Morphesa line the turn after. But I think that is just a driver, not a strider, so... I think you recycled a Morphesa here, so like you can do the 5 attacks by going into the Morphesa with the driver, so it's not awful. But yeah, the fact that Jeremy hasn't made a full board, I think it says a lot. That's 18, so he needs 20k more. Which... he intercepts the mate. Yep. So we probably see drive into Morphesa here. But again, Jeremy's only on 3 damage. He can probably afford to, like, no-guard the Vanguard. Yeah, I would probably no-guard in Sam's shoes here. And then consider making, like, grade 3, grade 2 on the next Raziel turn. So, finds a PG, finds a trigger, finally. But then I think you just... I think this is the problem, because, like, if he goes crit to Van, and when you no guard, you can then guard the other 3 attacks semi-easily and comfortably, whereas now you have to, like, you're incentivized to guard this column and then take the last 2 swings, which is... I'm not sure if that's ideal or not. Right, yeah. You bot deck the 15k grade 3 with the first dog, and then the second one is in damage. Right, so you can't actually go full. Yeah, that's rough as well. Just heal, bro. Just heal. Yeah, that's a rough guard. And I assume Sam's going to take 2 damage here from the 2 rear guard swings, which is understandable. Unless there's an argument to guarding the Solemn Clout. That's fairly healthy, actually. 10 cards is a lot. 33, 28? Right, yeah, 3 crest. Yeah, this is pretty difficult to guard. Sam probably takes this. Ooh. Oh, it's a crit, not a heal. Never mind. Oh no, that is a heal, right? Yeah, I think that's a heal. But the heal doesn't activate, so that's kind of lame. Do you have the last persona right? He does not. That's unfortunate. Yeah, digging for that last grade 3 is going to be tough. Because without it, you have no pressure. Like, maybe try and draw it and then discard it with a grade 1 to countercharge? Maybe? He has a Wisdom of the World, which I think you should definitely use. Oh, he's using the energy instead. Okay. I respect it. Does he draw anything useful, though? The answer is no. And again, like, this is what I'm saying, right? Like, Divine Skill without Persona, I think, is fine. Like, you're getting crit pressure in, you're forcing your opponent to guard a little bit more heavily. I think it's fine. Like, you're probably not breaking through a 10-card Luard hand, one of which is a PG. So the triple drive is slightly wasted here, but it is something. Oh, I don't know about that, buddy. I probably would have kept that for 20k shield. Because you do have Divine Skill to keep yourself alive. I don't know. I think the 20k shield would have been better. Because, like, the Divine Skill basically gives you a few extra heals. Please call something useful. Sagittarius is fine. Sagittarius is fine.
I felt that pain as well.
Cal's gonna find anything about Twig Shield.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, Jeremy?
Like, the only benefit, and plus, you already shuffle with the Divine Skill to reset the OT that you put to the bottom of the deck, so shuffling again with the cat is irrelevant. The only reason to, like, you hold on to cat because in case you dog again to see the OT, you can then shuffle again afterwards. That's, like, a maybe kind of argument. 14th then played the order. No, I think that Teeth was on the board from last time, wasn't it? Or was that a fresh Teeth fault? If it was a fresh Teeth fault, yeah, that's also a mistake. Played a fresh one. Okay, yeah, so... yet another mistake coming in there. Ugh.
Swing.
And then, yeah, like, the Soul Blast Storm from the Teeth-Fault would have found you the Sages. And you could have kept the 20k shield. Remakes the Rezael anyway. That's... yeah. It's definitely a line. Ooh! Oh! Ooh! Could I with him with 3 fingers? No, because he would have shuffled after the Teeth-Fault. 33 though.
Just 20.
Don't want to see any more? Sorry, Sam. We have to watch. We have to watch the ending of this game, because this ending is a masterclass. Like, the way I described it to everyone else was kids having a tantrum, professional baseballers, you. But we'll get there. That's still a turn and a half away. We'll get there. Alright. We're just gonna watch Jeremy do regular Luard stuff. Now comes the driver. But also, I think Sam can't actually make a full board. Yeah, because you need 5 ritual units on board to do the drivers at full effect. So this is totally not threatening. Nothing. Yeah, he can't do any of Driver's effects, Strider's effects, which is crazy. Had to give up Alter Guard. I mean, if you'd given it Alter Guard, you wouldn't be able to countercharge with it, which has been huge. His hand is all triggers. Like, the only other line available to him was to discard a card to reanimate the Leofel, and then just call 2 more ritual units from the hand, but obviously he didn't have them. And like, he was fine anyway. He had enough cards to guard. It was totally okay. Yeah. He didn't even need to use the fucking like Divine Skill hasn't even propped yet. Yeah, he drive checks blanks and he draws all his triggers. Anyway, this is the turn, right? This is the turn.
No. I don't have a solo.
So, yeah. You know, Jeremy's drive checks are crit, Order of the World, and what was it? Some other garbage. Yeah, crit, Order of the World, Morfessa, and random other card. So assuming that random other card is either a PG or a trigger, he has at most 40k shields in his hand. If it's OT, he has a little bit more, sure, but like, he's got 40k shield in hand. It's not hard to win here. Like, sure, you don't have Persona Ride, but you have 5 attacks. They're not that big, but they are big enough. That's what matters. Right?
No. I don't have Persona Ride.
Yeah, but I have 4 cards in hand.
4 cards.
I think we can see that the last card is a trigger, it looks like. I can't quite see. And the fact that Jeremy has no intercepts, like, he's got the Morfessa which he throws, that's fine.
20?
Trigger some blocks. So, is the last card a PG to protect it, to stop this from happening? So, you remake Sages and Teeth-Fault, which is correct, understandable. Now.
You sure about that?
Now. Discards over trigger.
I have to, so go into line.
And so there is the PG. Crit. No, he's on 5. His own trick's still on the deck. No. Sagittarius gains the power of the Vanguard. Right, correct. But
21.
So Sagittarius is 100 mil to his 100 mil with 18k on top, right? Because it's an 8k booster plus the 10k from Sagittarius' effect. Okay, right? And Sagittarius' counterblast 1 to gain the opponent's Vanguard's power. So Sagittarius will hit through the overtrigger. Now, we know that Jeremy had a defensive. So Jeremy's on 23k base versus Sam's 31. Okay? 31? Yeah, 31. Here's the problem. We know that last card in Jeremy's hand before defensive OT was Wisdom of the World. So Jeremy needs to have drawn a trigger to survive this, okay?
32 minus 100.
The defensive OT drew him the trigger he needed to survive. Woo!
I'm dying inside.
Give it like Sagittarius already matches your opponent's Vanguard power. So Sagittarius already is 23k into whatever defensives your opponents hit. Therefore, all the triggers, the crit and the power, should have gone to the Teeth Vault. Like, and then obviously, yeah, Jeremy drawing the trigger to guard off the defensive OT there was, you lose the 10% chances. You lose the ones you lose. But it's just, like, the moment that crit comes down on your drive checks, the game is yours. The game should have been yours. Yeah, this was painful. This was painful. And now Jeremy just does whatever the hell he wants. Dude, this was so brutal. This was so brutal.
We know my hand is bad. Oh, yeah.
And he's out all his heals. He's out his OT. Yep. Alright, Divine Skill is still active. But, like, come on. Luan's got 5 face-up G-Zone. Like, come on, man.
38 plus 25.
Crit on top. Finally checks a trigger.
I haven't got any more heals.
Unfortunate. So what was the outcome? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. Oh boy, I gotta scroll up to yesterday. It was something. Alright, so here's the mash cam. Oh, I can't. Why can't I play this in? Can I watch this without downloading it, please? No! I can't watch it without downloading it. How do I get it from Discord onto Thamajig? I have an idea. We'll just open up Discord in browser. Warning, I use light mode Discord. You've been forewarned. So. Just the way he's just standing there, like going, like full of despair. Unbelievable. Oh my god. The fact that we have this 2 photos of 2 different angles. god, this is so amazing. I thought it was just the same picture. It's actually the two different angles. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. That's actually amazing. Wow. Wow. And then we have one more of the aftermath.
Mash, what are your thoughts after this game?
I've had 4 of my games stolen from me now!
He's so upset. Oh my god. And then there's one more. Hang on.
Mash, what are your thoughts after this game?
I've had 4 of my...
So this is scroll down.
He swung without me! He swung the non-crit column first!
Oh wait,
He literally lost it! He was winning and he chose to throw!
Missing the moment OT gets hit.
I think you're playing matches for the rest of the time.
No, I think they have everything. Like, I don't think we recorded the bit where OT got hit. Oh no, here we go. It's further down.
He swung without me! He swung the non...
This is... Alright, folks. We are about to watch cinema. You are about... This, like... Can I get Kino in the chat? What you're about to watch is like capital K Kino.
wait, that's okay, wrong.
Oh. Smile and optimism gone. Oh, that is... Yeah. So that's the highlight of week 1. So yeah, that is that's freely available in the Discord if anyone wants to download that. Feel free to use that as you will. So it wasn't a great week for MASH. Let's move on. So deck players rebirths. Unfortunately, they cooked just a tiny bit too hard. Just a tiny bit too hard. Of course, starting off this week strong, Gwen finally destroying his nemesis, Utman, so we'll see if we can carry that momentum forward. Neighborhood Watch, again, very, very close week. Very, very close week. You know, a lot of good wins here and there, you know, good plays coming through, a few mistakes here and there. But, you know, like, don't count them out yet. They're still in it. They're still very much in it. Top deck sidekicks. Apparently, they've been sacking a little bit, is what I've heard. Just a tiny bit. It's okay. It's okay. What matters is that they did win the game. Barely, but they won. So we're not going to spend too long on that. Dino Bozos, the stars of week 1. A lot of impressive wins here. Especially, shout out Steve Youth. The guy who, you know, winning his maybe 10th game of Vanguard in his life. You know what they say about beginner's luck, man. You know what they say. Actually, no, I'll tell you what this is. This is being a good Weiss player paying dividends. He's just that good. He's just that good. Owlcoop also impressively winning their game. They had a few last minute substitutions, but everything's worked out okay. So yeah, looking forward to their coming week as well. Like, you know, don't be fooled by how like silly and like head empty this team is. Like they know what they're doing. Spreadsheet Seekers also with a solid win. You know, like again the players you expect to be winning, like Demios, Nuno, Wolfred, taking up the wins there. And hey, they're playing against Mash's team, so you know if everything's to go for here. Shiny Cobble Session proving once again that max rarity is not how you win games. You know, Vic is just Vic. That's beside the point, but you know, all these other like high rarity players, Office Mask, eating garbage, Dolls not winning, max rarity Avant-Garde not quite winning. Maybe Shiny comes up. Shiny World Games? Definitely. And of course, Forge Freaks. They it's... I mean, you know, what can I say? Brain Rot wins games. Not Brain Rot, loses games. Brain Rot wins games. Brain Rot wins games. That's what can I say? Yeah, the one shared brain cell being shared around effectively there. Man, that was something. That was certainly something. There's a few other games I want to highlight here. Vic is just Vic. True. Alright, let's shift back to this. Let me shift this back to the right window. Where is it? Where is... Hello? I've lost my VLC. Oh, there we go. And now I need to reset the... Oh, why do I do this to myself? Wait, I have an idea. Instead of watching it here, what if I watch it in the drive? What if I watch it in the drive? Have I big brained it here? I have not big brained. That's fine. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. Bear with me, folks. Nope, that is the right way around. I want this rotated. And then I want it a bit smaller. We can make it work. We can make this work. No, I actually don't want this 180 degrees, do I? Yeah, because that's the way his board is facing. Okay, we're making it work. It's cool. This one I want to turn around. Okay, we're making it happen. We're making it work. It's cool. There we go. There we go. We're good. I am going to mute this though. So, on the left, I believe we have American football, and on the right, we have Megatrick. So, skip ahead a little bit as well here. Just skip the setup stage. I don't remember what they were playing, unfortunately. It looks like Rorowa versus Dolls. So Dolls going first, which is actually what Rorowa wants. Rorowa, you know, wants to be able to aggro, just rush the shit out of them. We'll see what he does. We'll see if he gets there. Energy Blast with the Cycler, draws from going second, and makes a plant token. And I think that, like, this is one of the more interesting matchups. Like, I always really like watching Dolls play, because there's so much that Dolls has to, like, juggle throughout the game. Like, you know, moving, like, getting the cards out of the bind zone again, resetting up for the triple drive aggro, setting up for your 5-attack combo, things like that. Really, really interesting. Choose to guard the first attack, which I think is smart. You know, you want to, like, you know that they're going to rush you, so you want to, like, keep yourself low off damage. And now we'll see if Megatrick knows to swing at the rear guard here to deny Roroa that counterblast. Not seeing the Energy Cycler is kind of brutal though, because he doesn't have, you know, the Doll's ride line doesn't actually plus, which is kind of painful. So he has no other way of like converting the early game into pluses. This is Roroa, not Leonorn. You might be right. You might be right. If it's Leonorn, then yeah, he can definitely just attack back. Attacking the plant token doesn't matter here. Pulls the Gunganram, which I am personally not a fan of Gunganram in Dolls. I get why, I'm just not a fan. But here it's actually doing exactly what he needs it to do. You know, it's early plus, it helps him stave off aggro, helps him fight back, helps him balance the damage, which is, like, even though I'm not a fan of it, it is actually working in this scenario. And no defensive. So the Gunganram can swing in at the Vanguard very freely. He's taking the token. Was that a defensive? It doesn't look like a defensive. It's kind of glary, so I can't really see. Alright. The Aurora Grade 2 remix token Rosamund. That is Rosarium, yes. Which is how, I guess, that's how Andre figured out that it's Leonorn and not Roroa. Because Roroa wouldn't play Rosarium. I'm not sure what Grade 2 that is in the front row, though. I don't really know Leonorn cards very well, I'm afraid. But yeah, this is like the 3-attack rush that you definitely want in the early game. And what's unfortunate here is that Dolls doesn't really have a way to convert damage into cards. The defensive really, really helps here. Defensive super helps here. But Dolls doesn't have a way to convert damage into cards effectively, other than, like, you know, the counterblast 1 draw from the Grade 2. So Megatrick's still, like, incentivized to guard aggressively here, I think, which is difficult because obviously he doesn't have that much plus. But the second defensive comes in. So American Football is supposed to swing at the Gunganram, who has now since done its job. And there's the Grade 3 ride. Now the issue with Gunganram here, though, is that Megatrick only has 2 Dolls in the soul. So if he counterblasts 1 for Android, he's going to quote the entire soul. So he needs to be dedicating a lot of resources now to rebuild a board or rebuild his soul with what he's going to do. Which isn't impossible, but it is a little bit difficult. So we'll see, like, how he approaches this. And again, like, he's used quite a few cards from hand already just for riding up and, like, making a board. And the only recuperation he's made has been from the Soul Blast 3 of Gunganram. So his hand size is, like, not that healthy. Like, it's fairly thin. Yeah, we're just going to go 18. And I think as Leonorn, you'll probably want to take this first one and then try and guard the rears. Probably. Yeah, he no guards. Any good triggers coming through? Cup is solid. Cup guarantees the Persona Ride. Defensive does come in for American Football, which I think blanks the rest of these attacks. So yeah, this has to go at the Luster Dragon or the plant token. I think attacking the Luster Dragon was probably safer or smarter. Like, the plant token doesn't really do anything, right? Or was it? Oh, it was a front, so it didn't hit the Luster Dragon either. Okay, that's my bad. Yeah, there's quite a bit of glare on American Football's damage zone, so it's kind of hard to tell. He goes for the extra attack anyway, just to fill up his bind zone and rebuild his soul. And this is what I mean, like, obviously you have to, like, if your opponent hits a defensive, your opponent hits a defensive, but the fact that he has to commit extra resources here to rebuild his soul and bind zone because he opted to use Gunganram, like, it overall pays for itself because he drew the card off of the Gunganram, but it's not really a situation you want to be in. does take 5k out. It is 20k at least. But yeah, like, he's not really pushed much advantage here. Like, the Counterblast 1 to draw off the grade 2 is another piece of plus, sure. But now you're facing a Leonor turn. Like, obviously we haven't seen any of the pieces for it yet. But there is the very real threat of, like, Leonor masks coming down, which would hurt a lot as well. So Counterblast 1, draw 1, call 1. I cannot see those cards. There's just too much glare. Yep, there's the mask up, as we predicted. So that's... The fact that, like, going first, you don't get the triple drive, and you don't have the ability to, like, properly build up defenses, makes surviving the mask turn actually kind of difficult. And then you've got the Luster Dragon in front of the Rosarium. It's quite a threatening board here. He's what? This is like 8 cards in hand, 3 damage. It's not like a bad position to be in as the Dolls player, but you're definitely not in the lead. And I think that's usually fine because Dolls is really good at playing from behind, or it's really good at playing on like a shoestring budget. But you have to manipulate your resources really well. You have to like plan really far in advance, like how you're going to get cards out of the buy-in zone, how you're going to get cards back into the soul. It takes a lot of skill. And to be fair, Megatrick is a good enough player to have that skill, so it's not the end of the world. But it's also not the it's a little. He is going to have to work quite hard here. So American football chooses not to boost the dragon here. Obviously, because you need to boost for the Leonor masks. But what's also interesting that by leaving the Rosarium in the back row, not pushing up the Rosarium Fairy implies that he's not going for the 5 attack, he's just going for a 4 big swing attack. Which I think is fine, especially like when your opponent's on 3. You want to just force like 1 or 2 damage at a time. And force your opponent to guard like really suboptimally. Like, you want them to burn their guard from binds when it's least effective. So, what's he gonna do? Because whenever you're playing as Leonor, the Vanguard, like, you pretty much always either no guard or PG the Vanguard column, which is like definitely needs to happen. So I think if you're gonna no guard, you'd no guard here. So calculate some numbers. And I expect no guard. Yep, there's the no guard. So are we going to get punished with a crit? There's 1. Going up to 5 is again like not the 2 to 5 is not the worst thing in the world for the Dolls player, but it's definitely not optimal. Doesn't hit a second trigger, so he gets away with that. Finds the heal, which does go off, which is really, really good. And so American football here actually chooses to go for the 5 attacks and not the 4 big swings. Which I'm not sure if I agree with, especially now seeing that your opponent hit the defensive. Yeah, so you can't have 2 Lusters in the back, but I would consider switching the other Luster front so that you can have the Rosarium Fairy. If you're going to go for the 5 attack swing, you'd rather have the Rosarium Fairy gain all the power from the other Luster Dragon, right? And have just 2 like big swings coming in anyway. Because yeah, this is guarded with 1 card, and this is also guarded with 1 card. It's like 35, I think. I think it's 35, or is it 40? It might be 40. Yeah, so he's actually just going to PG there. So this is one thing that American football like is going well here, is that he's forced Megatrick to guard really suboptimally. Like, Megatrick had to burn the card out of bind to get it out of bind and still PG on top, so he's wasting shield value. Luster lets you draw? I mean, yeah, but the point is that obviously we don't know what the front row other column, like the one here is, because it's full of glare. If it's a Rosarium, then, you know what, ignore me, his board is fine. But if it's not Rosarium, you'd want to bring the other Rosarium forward. But again, I can't see because this game's recorded on Monday and I don't know what's currently on the board because of the glare. So Barry gets the triple drive, and he had the Persona Ride this turn. So he does have some pressure coming in. The question is, I'm not sure if pressure is what you really want or need when your opponent's only on 2 damage. And you're also in a position where American football can just comfortably take 2 damage this turn. You know, PG the Vanguard, take 2 rearguard swings. And then they have 2 counterballs open to be able to go into cross right, you know, to unison dress into the Vatch and go from there. The second heal is huge. It's very huge. And he notably gets to heal out the heal, which means he can shove the heal back into Soul and then bind it again. To get some, you know, to get a 20k shield on the board. Same story with the crit if he has Schwartz Spada. But I don't think we've seen Schwartz Spada here from Mega Trick yet. The other thing here is that your opponent's on 3 damage, one of which is face up. You know that both of their big engines need counterblast. So there's an argument to choking your opponent here and just swing at the rear guards. You know, get a Luster Dragon off the board. If that is a Rosarium on the other side, get the Rosarium off the board. And then break apart your opponent's columns and force them to remake a column like sub-efficiently. It is an option. Yep, Energy Blast 3, bind itself, pull from Soul. And then gain some power. So yeah, not shoving the crit in implies to me that Megatrick might not have the Schwartz Spada. And I think that might hurt him a little bit when it comes to the push turn. But it's now just a case of like trying to grind the opponent out effectively, which if he can do it, great. If not, yeah. Defensive front again, another huge defensive from American football coming in here. Unfortunately, Megatrick has the Persona Ride and the trigger on that last column, so it's still hitting comfortably over. But I think you definitely don't want to go to 5 here. Thinking about intercepts with the Luster Dragon and then guards on top. Interesting. Because there is a 5th attack coming through. And again, like if he intercepted with the Luster, I would definitely strongly consider attacking the other rearguard here. Because him intercepting with the Luster implies that he has some other way to like other attacker here. So you might as well force all the pieces out of his hand. So yeah, that was indeed a Rosarium Fairy on the other side. Now that it's been moved from the glare to the drop zone. So yeah, American football had the ideal board setup there, so it's no big problems. And yeah, American football could just push for the other Rosarium Fairy, copy the Luster on the other side, and go from there. He doesn't have the Unison Dress, he just opts to main phase activate the mask to try and find the Persona Ride. Okay, so American football, they're suddenly having lost a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Very brutal. It's definitely not what you want to see. You want to be able to like ride into the Unison Dress to draw a card and then re-persona again as you Unison Dress into the mask, which gives you a crazy amount of card advantage, but neither of those things have happened this turn. So removes the Leonorn, retires and binds, pulls from drop, Rosaria makes a plant token, and now we're going for it. Probably does continues to go for the 5 attack line here rather than the 4 attack line. But this Rosarium not having the Persona Ride boost it's so brutal because now one of the dolls just guards it from bind. Because it's only 18, I believe? Or is it 23? It might be 23. Yeah, so it was indeed 23. So he uses that to use the 10k shield from Bind plus the Cycler, which he can't pay for, sadly. Because he committed all of his energy blast to the full combo last turn. Guards again, refills his soul. And now Leonor Mask. The only problem with this setup now is that because American Football has 2 Res Gems in the front row, there's no Luster Dragon to draw, which is quite painful. Meaning that he can't Soul Blast his Mask, so that even if he did find the Unison Dress and go again next turn, he wouldn't be able to do the draw 2 play, which is a little bit painful. So yeah, he's chasing the draw card, so he's actually just going to restand the column and not go for the 5th attack. Which kind of makes sense as well, because like without Persona Ride, your opponent being on 23k base means that your other Rosem is not really pressuring for threatening numbers. So here you might as well make them guard as well. And by having the 4th and not the 5th attack, you stop them getting all the cards out of the bind zone, which then also disrupts their setup a little bit as well. So the only downside to this line, I think, is that you're now admitting that you're playing like a long game. And when it comes to the long game, I think Doles is favored. Because they will just, like, you know, out-resource and out-grind you. Like, they only ever need to just counterblast on for Android every turn, and then the rest of the game sort of plays itself. Alright. Meanwhile, Megatrek hitting the 2nd Persona Ride. And we know that Megatrek has the Regalis Cup in his hand. So Megatrek definitely has access to the 4th and 5th Persona Rides. So the pressure's on for American Football. There's the Short Spider. So now American Football has to really, really be careful about how he guards into this turn. Because he definitely needs to live this turn and be able to go live the next turn. Or he needs to win next turn, which is not impossible if he finds the Vivach. But whether or not he finds the Vivach is another story. And this is the thing, like, the Leonon turns, you have to, like, really plan around what your opponent is doing and figure out which of your option lines is the best. Whereas the Doll's turn, like, your combos are pretty straightforward, your lines of play are usually the same, and because you don't, like, there's no variation in your game plan, that means that you can just, like, you know, dedicate everything to just playing a really, really, really strong game, which is quite dangerous, for, obviously, for your opponent. Well, it looks like a defensive trigger comes in. I think it was a crit. It might have been a heal, but if it was a heal, it would have gone off, so I think it was just a crit. Cup was pitched for PG? You might be right. Okay. But yeah, Dolls is passing turn with 10 cards in hand, which is quite rough. Quite rough. On the plus side, we did see the triple drive was mostly blank. So it's not that, you know, there is a chance that if American Football finds the Union Dress, he can go for it. Like, getting the 5th damage in there also means that you can deny your opponent of the 5th damage heal as well, which is huge. But of course, first he needs to guard this last attack. So he gives up a PG for it. Megatrix also has 5 cards in the bind zone, so even if you go for the full Vivach combo, he has it. So no Vivach, just Persona Rides onto Mask. Energy Blast 7 to draw. I don't hate it. It is still pressure. It's just not as much pressure as you would like, which is the concern. Does the same lines as last turn since the board didn't get hit. And the Persona Ride here, making it slightly harder for Megatrick to guard effectively with his dolls, which is exactly the position you want to be in. Second Rosarium comes in. And then another 10, I think. So we see the other trig come down here. And now here's the threat. Like I said before, the Leonon column is always either PG or no guard. Because it's on 4, he can't no guard, so we see the PG coming down finally. 2 blanks is still really rough. Like, the benefit to American football is that he's not having to rebuild a board, so he's not giving up any cards in hand. But he is continuously having to, like, guard loads and loads of, like, pushy swings from the Dolls player every turn. So, and checking blanks definitely doesn't help you with that. So he's pulled 4 cards out of Megatrix's hand. Megatrix down to 6 cards in hand. And I think standing the column here is better. I would go for the draw on the Luster Dragon. Because you just don't have enough push. Like, Rosarium doesn't get big enough to make it, like, to be threatening enough. Sure, your opponent did hit defensive, but they can afford to take one and then guard the other. You haven't really achieved much. You want to be whittling cards down as much as you can, so that when you find the Vivach, it's going to be the guaranteed lethal. So yeah, he's going to hit up a big number here. And again, Rosarium only hitting like what, 28, maybe 33 at the most. That gives Megatrix the opportunity to then guard more from his bind zone and recycle his engine. So yeah, takes the last one, guards it effectively. I would have considered even being in Megatrix shoes, guarding to get it out of the bind and still letting the attack hit just to get the damage through. I think that was maybe worth considering there. So the 4th and final Persona Ride comes down. And we know it's the final one because as mentioned, the cup has been discarded for PG. Yep, so you were right, it was discarded. So yeah, Megatrix is now all out of Persona Rides. So if American football can survive this turn, he can maybe claw back the grind game. Of course, he is on 5, staring down full Dolls combo. Well, not full Dolls combo, because Dolls only has 3 energy, not 6, but it's still, like, you know, significant Dolls combo. Down comes the Schwartz Sparta, binds the heal, Vanguard column gets even bigger, so now it's definitely PG or die on the Vanguard column. And this is what, 30, 23, 33, 41? 41 is definitely PG or die territory. We'll see if he has it. Doesn't look like he does. Calculating guard for the other attacks. Ooh. Getting a trigger count, it seems. This is a really good game, actually. Like, Leonon's been a little bit unlucky thus far, but he's managed to leverage it quite well, like staving off the Doll's aggro while still being able to whittle down its resources. Really, really solid gameplay from both players. I think if there was ever a time to no guard, it would be now, and just hope your opponent doesn't get a crit and just show him a defensive OT. But it doesn't seem like that's going to happen here. Mega triggers out quite a few triggers, actually, so it is... No guarding is not the most unreasonable option. And if you no guard here and hit a defensive and like blank your opponent's turn, it gives you all the flex room in the world to play with. It does mean you lose both your Rosariums, which is kind of unfortunate. But the restanding Vanguard might be the pressure you need to get there. Maybe. So 43, that's a 1 pass. 2 to pass with the 3rd trigger. And blank, blank, crit. So he's safe. He just needs to guard this 2 crit swing, and then the last 2 1 damage swings. Which is easier said than done. So Megatrick here not making the mistake that Sam made and swinging with the crit column first. Just to play it around the OT. which of course he does have to guard. Energy Cycler, Counterblast Energy Cycler. Does he find what he needs? Still got 2 more attacks to deal with. Energy Blast 3 from the doll. And then the last Ray God column. He's giving up a lot of pieces for this. Like, this is the thing. Megatrix burning a lot of cards in hand to guard every single turn. That's a lot of cards to guard. But he's got the Android defensive to like make up for it. And he's still triple driving every turn. Whereas American football is having to work really, really hard just to get his +1 from the Luster Dragon, which is quite brutal. And sure, his offensive is a little bit better. But the differential between his offensive and Megatrix's defensive, I think, is not enough to win him this game. So crit going in Soul again for the short spider line. Defensive comes in, and it's not a heal, so Megatrix will take that game there. Yeah, it's really unfortunate from American football not being able to see his unison dresses. Really, really brutal. But yeah, really well played from both players. Oh, that was a super intense game. Really glad we got to watch that. So let's see if Charlie and Cardi are ready to play yet. Not 2 hours, so... Okay, so we've got about another 45-ish minutes. So let's have another look at another game in the meantime. Let's have a look at... Let's watch this game. Okay, so I need to... Can I rotate the other one? Is it gonna rotate? No, okay, so I need to fix this again. Nope. Oh, god damn it. There we go. And then can we make this bigger, please? Yeah, there we go. That'll do. So on the left is Pape 2, Andre. And on the right is Zero Avenger. I know Andre's in the chat. Say hi to everyone. Skip the setup there. So we've got... Oh, right, yeah, good call. I didn't see that. So yeah, Andre is on Roroa. That I know for sure. I don't remember what Zero Avenger is on. I think it was Jiva? It was either Jiva or Varga. Lutetia, right, that was it. Lutetia's, you know, solid as well. It's not an awful deck. And we're getting the new Lutetia soon, so it should be good. But yeah, Zero Avenger's setup is a little bit scuffed because he is in the middle of moving house right now. Yep, make the token pass, nothing special. Like, the thing about Lutetia is that it has quite a lot of filtering available to it, so it can do a lot, quite a lot. Charge draw. The only downside to Lutetia is that it doesn't really have a way of aggroing like efficiently because a lot of its pieces are like curse play specific. It does find the Eileen, but it only works when boosting, not when attacking. But it is still, you know, hits decent numbers. Of course, he here has made the classic blunder of giving Roroa the 1 damage it needs to pop the hell off. Whether or not Andre has the piece to go for it, we'll leave to see. Playing in 10, okay. So we might cut this game a bit short. This game's 20 minutes, we might cut this a little bit short, or I'll try and fast forward a little bit just so we can watch the Gurgit versus Cardweeb live. So Andre's turn, does the thing, does the cycle. And he does indeed have Counterblast. There's the mushroom. Full boards. Bing bang boom. That's the Roroa Rush. So if I skip forward a bit here, we should see Zero Avenger go to 2 or 3 damage. Never mind, defensive OT. Wow, so much for the Bing Bang Boom Rush. Swings Vanguard, try to scam the OT, doesn't hit it. Pass turn. Brutal. Brutal. Meanwhile, the Lutetia player just gets to keep setting up. 0 damage. Sitting happy, exactly where he wants to be. Gets his pieces onto the board. Can he make a 3rd lane? He cannot. And I think there's huge value in attacking the Radalina here. I think there's immense value in attacking the Radalina here. Because Roroa's just had to call, like, what, 3 cards from hand just to commit to this full combo that they've then wasted. Instead, Andre is just going to guard Vanguard for a no pass. Very well played. Crit to rear. And unfortunately, if you had swung Vanguard at rear guard, this crit can now then go at the Vanguard much more effectively. Like, Andre would still probably have guarded it. But then that forced him to be like, okay, you know, playing with no damage, which is a little bit more brutal. So we'll see if Andre's got the pieces to go full combo this turn as well or not. Sacks the 3 tokens. Make Moke huge. Yeah, so there's no set order this turn. But he does have the Superior Rider, the new promo. Makes the deck very strong. Gives it a lot more gas. It just means he doesn't get the extra attack. But I think it's restricted to your opponent being grade 3 anyway, maybe, so it's not the end of the world. Finds the Roroa, gives a bunch of crit, power to the Momoke. Yep, so yeah, the crit is not grade 3 opponent restricted. Yeah, it's only the 5th attack that's grade 3 restricted, so still a lot of pressure coming in here. Defensive is solid. 2nd damage. Sanctitude. Sanctitude hurts, but it's not the end of the world. But yeah, the defensive definitely makes the rest of these attacks a lot easier to guard. Of course, the Momoke does type for huge jumps on the back row, and then the Radalina comes in for the last attack. He guards this one, which is weird, because if you were going to take... And I think he takes the Radalina, which to me is weird, because if you're going to take an attack, you would have taken the first one, so that if you get a defensive, the second one becomes a bit easier to guard. But here you get a defensive, so I guess it didn't work out. It worked out in the end. It's just not ideal. So Soul Blossom Lutetia to Rai, because he has Cursed Plays in his Soul. And Lutetia's effects are definitely opponent grade 3 restricted. So going second means that he has full combo on the Lutetia line here. Pulls the second Lutetia to the front. This is the second game we've seen today where people have been attacking with their Persona Rides. Brutal, but you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. He actually makes a 3rd Lutetia in the front row. This is, yeah, really, really terrifying. It shows you that his game has been going really poorly. He's got nothing else to attack with, no other ways of making pressure here, which is definitely not ideal. Let's see. This is 23. Restands with -1 drive. I think in Andre's shoes, you just take this one, right? Because even if he heals, it goes down to 2. You still have things you can do, like you deny his heal, and then you can always use the tokens to like guard the restand because it'll only be it's -1 drive, so it's a little bit easier to guard. But yeah, so just the 1 heal, but now the second heal is still alive. That's kind of rough. And also, like, you're on no counterblast. Like, taking 1 or 2 damage here is fine because it gives you lines to, like, extend into set order plus grade 3 Radalina on your next turn, right? Of course, you can just take these rear guards now. The fact that the opponent then attacks with the rear guard first instead of the Vanguard again means that you can now take this damage, deny the drive check on the last restand, and if you hit the defensive, it becomes easier to guard. But yeah. Now comes the Vanguard, the second swing. Obviously, like, he's fishing for triggers, which he finds. Yeah, Crit to Van comes through. No defensives again, but this is still not impossible to guard. And we know that he has the set order in hand. We're just not sure if he has a grade 3 Radalina in hand. But the Lutetia player there, Zero Avenger, being very smart. And even though that second Lutetia rearguard would have hit Vanguard, he wants to take out the Radalina just to force Andre to rebuild a board and commit pieces, which is not impossible, but not that easy. Set order comes down. Does Andre have another rider is the question? Yeah, set order will remake the Radalina, which is why he was okay to let it get hit. And like, it's not really costing him that much to rebuild this board. So now it just comes down to, do you have the Superior Ride promo and do you have grade 3 Radalina? Like, the other issue with Lutetia is that, even though it's got a lot of cards in hand, he only checked 2 triggers that turn. We don't know if he has any PGs. And obviously, Roro gets a crit. Lutetia doesn't, like, it's got some defensive power, but it's not, like, super tanky. So there's also a world where Zero Avenger just goes to, like, 4 or 5 damage here as well. Because he can't deal with, like, he either guards the crit Roro and takes the rest, or takes the crit Roro and then guards the rest. But I don't think he can guard absolutely everything here. So there's the Roroa Persona Ride, make tokens. Do we see the Radalina come down? I don't think we do. So yeah, he's going to sack 3 tokens to pump them okay, try and draw into some pieces. Hopefully finding the grade 3. There's the grade 3. So calling it to the board pretty much tells you that he has a second one in his hand. Good to go. Roro comes in with the crit. We can see there that Zero Avenger does have a few triggers in hand. But the anti-crit heal coming in clutch. So this is currently 38 to his 23, so that's 2 to pass. And this is, I believe, OT to pass. I think it's OT to pass. Which does not get broken. So yeah, guarding the crit swing is solid. I think now you probably want to take one of the rear guard swings, bank on a defensive, and then stay on 3 for the rest of the turn if you can. Big Radalina comes in. Which he takes as you expect. No defensive though. Not ideal. The Moke column is like what, 20, 35, 40? So yeah, 43 guards. And then Big Radalina. Gonna no guard that. And grade 3 comes down. I think if you're in Zero Avenger shoes, I think you take this last damage. Defensive came just a bit too late. And obviously concern here is that Andre, like, doesn't have that many cards. He's got like, what, 7 maybe? Because he had to commit quite a few pieces, like find all the Radalinas. So if Zero Avenger finds the Persona Ride, which he does, his last copy coming down, he might have a way to take this game here. The last Persona Ride is exactly what he needs. Oh, falls over with a board. There's the grade 2 that you need to see. Finds 3 non-triggers. Compresses the deck a little bit further, which is nice. Can he find a booster to make it worthwhile? There's the curse play. It is unfortunately not Eileen. Eileen would have been really good there to guarantee triggers. But he does still have the counterblast one from Vanguard to draw a card, I believe. Finds another order. He's doing a lot of thinning, which is exactly what you want to be doing here. Because I think it's definitely the push turn. Like, you're on 5. You have like, what, 3 or 4 cards in hand. It's highly unlikely you'll be able to survive the crackback next turn, especially if Andre has another grade 3 Radalina. So I think you definitely need to try and win this, like, at least push him to 5 and rip out all of his hand. Because there's no way you can build up enough resources to survive. I don't think. Gets the draw. But yeah, Zero Avenger really needs to find a heal here, or he's on the ropes. Like, has 3 cards in hand, already drew from the Radalina. Drive checks to 5. This restands drive checks to 6. It's not ideal. I think the grade 2 maybe also draws a card. Crit is huge, no god. Second check trigger, nope, nothing. So 2 damage. And there's Andre's OT. Very, very good, my friend. Of course, it does mean you lose the grade 2 Radalina, which is even more painful now that you've retired your Momoke for the grade 3 Radalina, but it's not the end of the world. It's might be doable. But yeah, you're definitely losing your board here, unfortunately. Haven't heard Rant and Review on Clan Collection 5 and 6. I actually quite like Clan Collection 5 and 6, but I was busy during that time, so unfortunately all the concept from it came from Tony, so you'll have to check out the YouTube channel for what Tony thinks about it. But there's a specific video Tony made about how, like, you know, some clans have got better support than others, and I largely agree with his assessment. Like, the fact that, you know, Clan Collection 5 and 6 has both Steam Maidens and whatever the hell Nova Grappler got, or whatever the hell Kagura got in the same set is kind of unfortunate. So yeah, Andre there PGing the Radalina, because he has to. And now he should have all the PC he needs to go for it. Should. Important words. Radalina makes Momoke. Energy Blast 7 to draw and then find the Superior Ride. Maybe. Sacks 1 plant for the Momoke. And he has the promo in hand anyway. Doesn't even need to Energy Blast 7. What a strong player. Of course, the crit here is irrelevant because Zero Avenger's on 5 and has seen 2, maybe even 3 heals and the OT already. The only thing he has going for him is that Andre is not nearly as compressed as he is. But there's still a lot of pressure coming out here. It's 23, 38 with a crit. And we know that Zero Avenger has no PGs in hand, which is really brutal. You can probably just about guard this. The Cursed Play goes into Soul. Does he find the PG? He does not. 2 to pass. No, it's 1 to pass. 1 to pass it is. Yeah. 1 to pass. And he breaks it. 2 crit. The heal does come down, but I don't think he has the 4th heal. I think that is the 4th heal. Unless... 1, 2, 3, OT. Nope. Yeah, it was really brutal from Zero Revenge there. Like, I can only imagine how rough his hand would have been that he needed to, like, call out the Persona Rides earlier on. Like, he did Persona Ride again anyway, but even if he survives this turn, he's out of Persona Rides. He can't play Cup because he needs to use his normal order and the Curse plays. So he would have had 0 pressure going into this last turn here. And Andre, you know, you see like 2 triggers in hand, has a PG in hand. Andre would have been totally fine. So yeah, that is a rough beating. Alright. So, Charlie's still not here, yeah. I mean, he's online. He's online. I've been waiting, bro. Alright, I'll tell you what. You guys set up. I'm gonna quickly go refill my drink, and then we'll get started as soon as I get back. Alright, folks. After the delay, we are back. We have Charlie on the left, Geiger on the right. Say hello to the people watching at home.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Alright, so I'll be muted while I do my commentary, obviously. If anything comes up, let me know. Everyone else who's like in here watching and listening, again, like you are on the stream, so please try not to get me cancelled or DMCA'd. Thank you.
Okay, maybe it wasn't a good
Again?
thing the both of us are muted or not muted, huh? hey, look, remember, we can't say anything cancelable, just like the other server.
Alright. Have a good game, guys.
Okay,
Nice.
high roll?
Yep.
Ah, yes. Of course. I
I got a
just
4.
I like how I just look
okay.
back at my
Nine.
Twitch chat.
Well,
and
you
my
gotta
Twitch,
choose.
My Twitch chat is just
I'm going
French.
first.
Okay.
French.
Does this mean I can't call him a Frenchie?
You can.
Okay. You find with half cuts?
Only if you point directly at him.
Oh, yeah, right. Cuts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with half cuts if you are.
No, it's fine. You can do that.
You have to do the meme where you point at him and say French. If you're going to do it.
French!
There you go. There you go.
Wait. So I'm on the left, right? Which means if I point like this, I'm pointing at you, right?
No, you're on the left, which means your hand is currently on the bottom side of my screen.
Crap.
Yeah, there you go. But I'm not French.
1,
That's
2, 3.
okay. 2, 1, 3.
2, 1, 3.
Alright, so yeah, two titans of the Vanguard community clashing here.
am I doing?
Team.
I'll
Try back.
also put a 5 back.
Wait, I just remembered.
Oh my god.
This is on Twitch.
besties.
We can do a thing.
Oh my god.
Fun fact, I kissed this man at Worlds. Have fun talking about
fun
that.
Let's talk about it on stream.
Dude, we were just both bored in my Airbnb. Like, what?
Yeah.
I think we're
Well,
having, like, Sergio learning how to play Grand Blue, and then everybody else is just watching.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
2, 1, 3. Mine.
I said 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah. My hand didn't change. That's funny.
That's the funny part.
Alright, you good?
1K on the
Yep.
French.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
It's my going to beat people.
Ooh, my go.
This kind of heal.
My go versus
Right.
Dolls.
Get the crest. Pass.
I don't think my go wins this.
Discard the grade 2 cry chick. Haha.
Crazy.
Grade 1 first. This, then starter skill, I'll draw.
Unless Charlie can play in a way where he like abuses the double guard trick twice in one turn. But even then, it's dicey.
Oh.
2, 1, 3.
Starter. Cool.
But yeah, going second and having to discard the grade 2 Kryshik is kind of brutal. Because it means that you then won't be able to do like the full aggro on turn 2 if you want to. That's provided he doesn't find all the pieces of the combo.
Yeah, I'll just play it out.
Nice.
I feel like I shuffle my deck too hard.
2, 1, 3.
16.
Makes the booster, which is reasonable. I would have considered putting in the front row here, just to get the rush in. Like, you lose the plus
I
he
know.
attacks into the rear guard, but I think you're okay with that.
Providence on.
Go ahead.
Of course, finding the add-on is that combo piece he needs, so yeah. I guess he's... Playing it safe has paid off.
Discount.
Oh, you're better than Barry already.
Wow!
Top 7.
Wow, you're gonna take that?
Let's not talk too fast. With.
Never mind. Never mind.
1, 2, 3.
3, 2, 1.
Another best 3. Draw.
Okay. So now is Gurgit gonna rush?
Gun?
Hmm?
Is that a gun or another grade 2?
Gungan Ram.
Soul Charge crit, Soul Blast 3, draw 1.
You saw him check Anon.
Okay.
There's an argument to pass turn here to deny him the draw 2. No! You should have just passed turn.
I'll bind for +10.
Okay. 18.
Go ahead.
Heal.
Nice.
Bind. Go ahead.
He was blinded by the greed.
Crit. Ride. Crit. Got a soul draw card.
Yeah, I know, but like you can push consistent damage
Call
after
skill.
denying the counterblast.
5.
Oh, never mind. He didn't have the second order. He was rewarded for his greed.
Plus here.
It's all okay. I mean, I still would have considered denying, like. Because he's going second.
1,
He'll
2,
write
3.
grade 3 when you're on
2,
grade
3.
3. And he'll be able to remake the board, this is going to be Anon and the other Takina.
Play the grade 2 order.
Okay.
Never mind, he's going all in. Impressive.
15 side.
Nice.
And Van.
Take.
Back front.
Defensive. Never mind.
Damage, heal, bar.
The heal doesn't
28.
matter. I think you take this, right? Blank his defensive heal. Yep, there we go. Android sucks, but
Ready?
whatever.
Go.
And return bind. Go.
I mean, it's okay, I guess. He's got the early setup in the bind zone, but
Discount. Right.
I'd say that Gurgit's only in this so far because Charlie hasn't high rolled the shit out of him.
Draw 1 plus
Or
5
rather,
plus 5.
because Charlie has low rolled.
Vanguard skin.
And yeah, I think like the biggest weakness of dolls is
15
like,
damage?
sure, like going first you need to push the damage because
where
you
are the other
don't
columns?
have the triple drive on this turn.
18 and 21.
But I still
18,
feel like
21.
I don't know. I just wish you had.
Guard 15.
I wish you had more tools to like make stuff
18.
happen.
Go ahead.
PG. Crit. Crit Van
Nice.
side.
So good.
Power, no heal. Nothing.
And I do-
41.
I do like attacking rear van rear instead of
31.
van rear
Yep.
here.
Got another 15.
Bind. Soul
It sets his board up
in,
exactly how he
soul
wants.
in.
And it forces Charlie to like
Good.
reconsider how he wants to guard.
Okay. Guard and Anon. 7 for the grade 2. Sona.
Energy Blast 7 to draw first, or Counter Blast to play music first? If he's going to play music, I don't know why he's shuffling.
1, 2, 3.
2, 1, 3.
EV7 draw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Blast. Call these two out. Skill. CB top 5.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if it's just me or my connection or lag or whatever,
There.
but on my screen, it looks like Charlie's hands are moving like absurdly fast. Is it just me, or does it look like that on stream as well? Like, it looks like Charlie's hands are just like he's on coffee or something.
Look at my hand first. 1, 2, 3.
2, 1, 3.
It looks normal. Okay. It looks really fast to me for some reason. Like compared to
I got
Gurgit's
plus
hands,
5 to
which are
Rona.
much slower.
Okay.
I don't like +5 to Rana on a non-persona right turn. I feel like you want to push 18 to Vanguard just to make it really awkward for your opponents to be able to 2 to pass you. Yeah. And like he's got all the pieces, like yeah, I don't know, like especially if you're going for this where you're on the restand, your column's already getting +10. I think the 5k to Vanguard is worth way more.
1, 2, 3.
3 soul. So I don't think
18.
he wants to. I don't think he wants to do the double guard restrict here, especially not when your opponent's at 2 damage.
Swing 28.
Guard and set.
Sure. Swing 13.
2.
Yeah, like.
Right. Power Van crit to Rana. Second. All effects Van.
Oh wow! What a good player! What a good player!
Nothing.
Discarding.
No defenses coming from Gerg also kind of sucks.
Discard crit. Restand +5 to board.
Now you go with the Rana for the drive check.
Swing. This is 48, 2 crit, no skill, 1 drive.
No guard restrict is a curious one. I feel like you should guard restrict.
Wait,
right?
my bad, not 48, 38.
Yeah.
48, no skill, 1 drive.
Yep.
I feel like you should guard restrict here because it's got the crit.
Wait, am I fucking... Hold on, am I stupid? I forgot to give +5, so the first side's 28, restand's 38, 43, my bad, 43. And then this side's 28.
$58 OT.
Sure. Nothing?
Take the last one, I'm guessing.
Swing for 28.
Show us the heal.
OT.
No!
Fine draw. End of turn. It's fine. Go ahead.
Covenant.
9.
Okay.
Persona ride, please.
Persona.
Yeah!
Draw.
Come on. This is the comeback. He's got 6 energy. He's got Persona ride. He can do the full combo. Show us full combo. Oh, please have full combo.
Hmm.
Oh god, he doesn't have it, does he?
Cool.
Oh!
Kill. Plug in soul. Vanguard kill. 1, 2, and 3.
He does not have
Get
it.
overdrive.
Unfortunate.
Van.
Ooh,
30?
Yep.
That's dangerous. Charlie still hasn't seen his
Vanguard
OT.
is
I would have gone
23?
Vanguard first.
Yep.
And then what's the other side?
39.
39? Okay. 30, 23.
I feel like you would have gone winning Vanguard first, right? Just to play around the OT.
Like this one? Front? Power?
Oh, that's
Mhm.
better, but not ideal.
Cool. Kill. Plug in soul. Draw 1 +5/+5. 28 Van. Draw
Cards in hand.
I guess he wants to like maximize his trigger distribution,
5.
which is probably how he evens out this game.
Blindness for 33. 48.
This is 2 to pass.
2 pass.
3. Oh, wait. Sorry. You gave 5. My bad. In that case, I'll do this. 3.
Yeah, 20k.
Okay.
Yep.
Crit. All effect to vibrato.
Okay.
Nothing.
Mine's Persona, right? Which is solid.
49 Van. 2 crits.
53.
I'm ripping a lot of cards out of Charlie's hand.
Bind. Draw.
I guess the concern is now Charlie might have been saving his
43
soul
Van.
for the double guard straight next
33?
turn, which is a little
Yep.
bit more dangerous.
Yes. 15.
Okay. Skill. Go ahead.
Okay. So now you have how many cards in hand? 8?
Should be 9.
9.
Yeah.
9? Okay.
Sunride activates. He's got Soul to remake a board and do the double restrict, which could get there. Unless he wants to remake Takina.
Did you pass on now?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
He's got some pieces in his hand already, so I think I can see an argument for remaking the Takina. Nope, never mind. He's just going to go for it.
Skill.
Mm-hmm.
So we know he's got the music in hand, but I think it's Heikiten Banso and not Mayo Yuta. Yeah, the fact that he makes a second Soyo here means that he's probably not going for the full board reason, and he's going for the Heikiten
5
Banso.
to and on.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
I like the 5-2 Anon though. If you're going
1,
for the
2, 3.
Heikiten Banso,
1, 2, 3.
it means that you can like double up on Rana and then try and like leave the Anon string for
Thursday,
last
Friday,
and
Anon.
put all 3 triggers onto that with the double guard restrict. So, yeah, this works out, I think. Unless he doesn't have the Heikiten Banso in
do
hand
like
and
that,
he
actually.
realizes he's just denied himself of the song. Surely, like, we know he has the grade 1, but does he have surely he has the grade 2, right? Oh,
5
come
Anon
on,
makes sense here.
Come on, Charlie. Okay, never mind. He has to make the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're going to do that...
33 Battle Door.
Or if you're going to do that, I
Mm,
think you're better off battle dooring on the drive check.
yeah, take crit bombing on.
Good defensive.
33?
10 and then set.
Yep. 23.
Now we can just PG the Rana column. And then the Anon is a 2-card guard anyway.
PG, thinking on this card. This card?
Discarding Tisk cards.
Nothing.
2 blanks, okay. It's doable.
48 1 drive.
5k shield.
Yeah. So this in.
25k shields.
PG,
okay.
discard a crit.
Check. Nothing.
Oh, triggers again. Oh, that's really good. And then this is 20, 30...
38? No skill.
38, yeah. And there's no point doing the restrict, because...
Guard. Picking on the second one. Cards in end.
Actually,
I currently have 6.
I think it was worth doing the restrict. Because this makes him 33, and now he has to burn 2 cards to get 10k shield, which is... So it has to be like trigger blank or 2 5s.
Yeah, that's enough. I'll go with this.
Yeah, so I think if Charlie had soul blasted there, it actually would have been worth his while.
End of turn, these 2 bind. Go ahead.
What's not?
There's the persona, right? Alright, can you remake a board? Can you do full combo now? Maybe?
Call Griselda.
That's not the right one.
Providence and Soul. Draw 1 +5/+5. Call
Short Spada. I don't know, but I really like Short Spada behind Vanguard here.
2.
Okay, so he does have full combo. Calling over that is a decision. Surely you just make a Vanguard booster, right? Surely. You just make the Vanguard booster. Oh! Yeah.
3.
There we go.
Spada skill.
Yep.
Bind +10. 28, 46.
Yeah, I definitely like
Cards
this
in
Vanguard suit
hand.
first. Now you're putting pressure on the Providenzas. which is then like going to be hard to
I
guard.
could make this a content game, honestly.
Do it, no.
I am not going to say anything. No bias.
3. You
If
have
it-
2 grade 3s in your drop zone? The grade 3 doll?
One.
You only have 1?
Yeah, I would PG.
Okay.
I would.
1.
Me
1 CP.
personally, I would not take that.
Have the energy.
What's that? Can someone link that fucking meme? It's like the me personally, I would
crits
not have
out.
that. Quite a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6 in damage.
5.
Oh,
5?
Did he heal out?
Yep.
I guess I'd rather play it safe. Okay, deck. PG dropping
Yeah.
Anon.
Nice. Liberata.
Like,
Crit.
Nice.
second crit, second crit, second crit.
Everything Providenza.
Woo!
Pelagia.
Goodbye, Charlie.
This and this. Yeah.
He's so French. Yeah, man, crits are yellow
Okay,
like
then
cheese.
So they're both 2 crit.
Yep.
And what's the number on the other side?
46.
46. And then what's in your soul?
2 Persona, Librata, Pelagia, and Griselda.
Okay. Watch this. I have 3 heals and an OT. Fuck.
Well,
I only had 1 PG in my hand.
Alright.
What?
Congratulations.
Oh, there's my heal. There's my OT. Oh,
anyone
shit, they're at the
who
bottom.
voted French. I just want you to know, Charlie, you were responsible for people losing 4,500 channel points.
That's okay. Look, I said, do I want to make this a content game or not?
And then you PG'd it anyway.
Okay, yeah, but then his only out was double crit.
Yeah.
It's hype. That was hype.
Guess what? I'm simply better.
Yeah, he said 5 crits out, 3 crits left in deck. Then he hit the double crit. That's hype, bro.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Alright. Alright, GG guys. Do you want to do a post-match wrap-up interview? Any thoughts?
He stacks better than me.
Direful Dolls Badif. Welcome back, Gurgit.
Did you have, Charlie, on that last turn, did you have the grade 2 song in your hand or was it only the grade 3 song?
I only had the grade 3 song. I had grade 3 song and then the grade 1 cry check order.
Yeah. We knew the grade 1 because you drove check it. If you knew you were playing the grade 3 song from hand, is there a reason you didn't? Surely the guard restrict was better behind the Rana, right?
So the reason why I've started putting it behind Anon is because for the most part, like Rana's huge anyways, right? So it's either a PG or a 2-card guard. The easiest thing they can guard is Anon, so you want to make Anon the most awkward guard.
I guess.
So like, you know, especially against Starfall dolls, right? If I swing and this is like 28 or 33, and they just guard 1 thing from bind and then like 1 from hand, I'd rather force them to commit 2 from hand instead.
Yeah, but he was on 4, so he could have taken the first swing anyway.
No, that's fine. I want him to take the first swing. Because it's the weakest attack of the turn.
Right, but then like if you force the Soul Blast 1 guard restrict on the first swing, which he just takes, you basically wasted the soul.
He was gonna guard it anyways.
No, he took it. He was gonna take it anyway.
No, I know. Sorry. So if I don't use it, he guards it, right? If I use it, he takes the damage. I'd rather him get punished for no trigger than just like hope that I hit crits.
I don't think so. I think him guarding it is ideal for you because then that rips more shield out of his hand that he could have used for later on the bigger swings. Because like he's gonna like multi-card guard the other swings no matter what. So you might as well make it hard for him to effectively guard everything to the point where he's gonna start his next turn with nothing, right?
Yeah, but it was really easy to guard this though. Like I was mapping out how he would guard, and this was the easiest guard of the turn. So I'd rather push him to 5 to guarantee that like it's really hard for him next turn than to try to like push your game this turn or like pressure cards out. I also believe that I would hit a heal or not a heal. I believe I hit triggers to have guard in my hand, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, sure, okay. I mean that's just what we call a skill issue.
Yeah, it was just a skill issue. Yeah, so it's like if I don't use skill there, he just guards with the doll in his bind and then intercepts. Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, this is 33. But like,
No,
it's minimal. I think it's super minimal because then he could just guard with the cycler, right, and draw a card off it, and then he gets a 15k card in his hand. So like, I think forcing damage there is better.
Maybe.
Also, I had Persona in my hand, so I was like, I just want to guarantee it.
Sure, I guess that's fair. I still feel like I don't know. I think that was, how do I say this? I think you could have won that game. Like there wasn't a lot he would like Gergit was doing to like really push. Like I said this when I was talking about the other Dolls games. Like a lot of the Dolls plays is like very self-contained. Like he's only worried about what he's doing, setting up his engine, like playing his turn, and just surviving your turns. So I feel like you're the one that needs to like be really in the driving seat there.
Yeah. On the other hand, I don't have that many crits left in my deck.
Oh,
So
right. Okay.
yeah, like if I did it on the end. Yeah, if I did it at the end, right? That's like instead of taking a 33k attack, he takes like a 43, 48k attack.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, yeah, just so you know, on your last one, I had 3 PGs in hand.
Wow.
I mean, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think that's why like we were saying like I was muted. I was saying like when you put the short spider on the other side, I was like, usually I like short spider behind Vanguard, and I was like, wait a minute, Charlie hasn't seen a PG yet. He's probably going to PG the Vanguard anyway, and it's like, yeah, then he PGs the Vanguard. But then isn't there an argument?
Yeah, I'd rather just make my rear guard.
No, I mean you
Isn't there
can't
an
put it behind
argument
Van anyways.
Why not?
Because the music, you call over the music.
I meant for the Dolls putting the
the
binder trigger gain 10k behind the Vanguard. Because then
yeah.
But then you had the PG for that. But then what he could do is when you hit the second crit, is it not worth going crit to the other Providenza, power to the original Providenza, the one that got the first crit trigger, so that you can swing the Providenza without the boost, and then have the short spider to boost the other thing you call out after the Providenza skill?
Yeah, I probably should have done that, but I wanted to push the crits
to guarantee to play through
maximum.
play through the OT, which I think is fair because
I wanted to play through that basically.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's just an interesting like two sides of the coin to consider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like my Vanguard having a push is like always good, but it doesn't need to be that big for my opponent to want to PG. Like 31 is a really good number for them to just be like PGing basically.
Yeah.
Because they have free drive, so they can't really do 215k. So oftentimes they're gonna want to like PG this, and so I'd rather just focus on my side columns who are often pretty small.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Like without the double crits, my line of play was gonna be the Vanguard, Providenza unboosted, Griselda, and then other side unboosted, and then
boost the last two songs.
Liberata, so
the grade 3, yeah.
43 and 49 in terms of column.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I was dying regardless. I just needed a heal or something.
Yeah, that's the other brutal thing as well. Like there was at one point where the damage was like 4-2, and it's like, in that situation, you're denying yourself of like any advantage. And if you're gonna push a 4-2 damage lead, I feel like you should either just like snowball or put into a position where like maneuver yourself into a way where you're not having to like work too hard to guard, which obviously is hard to do unless you're like reanimating Taki and then going for Hector Banso. But like, did you use the grade 2 order on grade 3 right up or the turn after? I think it was
my grade 2 order. It was on grade 2. It was on grade 2.
It was on grade
I
2,
did.
right? Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, grade 1 Krychik, grade 2 order, and then the rest of my turns were
Grade 3, yeah,
the
yeah.
full word restand. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's like, I don't know. I could have seen a world as well where you, like, on the grade 3 ride up, just reanimate the Taki you guarded with early on, and then just like, plus with the Rana from there. Just draw a card, like get the quote unquote draw from driving with the Rana, and then like try and tank up. Especially because his grade 3 turn wasn't nearly as threatening as it should have been, which gave you a lot of breathing room, I think.
Yeah, I was just like, I was playing with Barry prior because I was asking him to test me into dolls because I knew what Gergers was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, guess
And
what? I
every-
tested him to be who played Maiko.
Yeah, and then like every single time that man would just open mostly everything. So I was like, I guess I just have to pressure them early on. And then he didn't play anything, so I was like, oh.
Never
Well.
mind. Yeah, I guess like if you're not used to the matchup, it's one thing, but yeah, I guess you could have like responded. Be like, okay, normally when they open everything, I need to pressure back, but I've just noticed that he doesn't have everything, so maybe I can take it slow here. But it is tough. See, this is where
I mean,
this is where Roman
yeah.
should have just played Luard and just ruined his day.
yeah, I mean, like, at the beginning, I was breaking. I played the Krychik order on turn 1 because I didn't have Anon or Persona Rides or anything.
Yep.
And then I proceed to start a turn, draw Anon, and then off the Krychik, I drew the grade 2 order.
Solid. It's one of those ones where it's like, Barry was saying how like, because I was saying that on Roman's grade 2 turn, I would have considered just passing there. Like, you caught the Gungram and swung 2 times. Like, there's an legitimate argument to passing to deny Maigo the draw 2, which is huge in some matchups. And Barry's saying like, oh, you want the early pressure, you want the early damage, which I can agree and see, but
No, yeah, you really want the early damage.
yeah, it's just
No. If he just passed, I would have just steamrolled him. Right?
I mean, yeah,
like,
'cause-
I still try lane, I still do my thing.
yeah, because you had the Hector Banter, which I think is fair enough in that scenario, but I do really think there's a legitimate
and
argument.
it'll be like -1 too. I'd have
Yeah.
1 less card than end to defend this town.
Yeah, I get it. Like, and in the end, it worked out fine because he had like he didn't have the draw 2 combo, he didn't have the full setup. I do just think it was a consideration because you're the one that wants this game to go late. Because if Maigo goes late, he'll just deck himself out.
Yeah.
Joke's on you, I couldn't deck myself out.
But I don't think Maigo. I don't think I can hold on Maigo. I can't like force him to go to the end game.
I think if you see a few other, like, you healed twice, right? Or was it once? I think you healed twice.
I think
I
it
think I
was.
need heal.
It was heal
one.
once and then OT is less damage.
Yeah, heal and then
Yeah, ultimate less damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically heal twice.
I think if you see like 1 or 2 more heals, you could easily do it because you blanked.
Yeah.
Because you blanked 2 of his heals, which was huge as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think he
Wait,
also...
no, he didn't blink. He blinked 1 heal. I had 3 heals and OT still in my deck.
Right, yeah, he blanked 1 heal, which is still like, it's still what's the word? It's still mileage.
Yeah. See, I just never expect heals to show up because every single Maigo game I've played so far, it's either I draw like 3 of them or they're stuck at the bottom of my deck and I never see them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, like, I agree with what Barry's saying about how, like, you're on a timer because your binds only does so much, you need to be pushing damage, but I think there's a world where, like, because Maigo is a very dynamic deck, right? You can either play fast or you can play it slow. And depending on, like, what pieces you have, I think it all comes down to how the Maigo player reacts to his pieces. Like, if you, in that scenario, you bricked, but then you chose to just go for it anyway. Whereas I think most usually, if someone bricks, they would rather, like, hold back and, keep the pieces, farm up with the Taki, and play a bit slowly, which then gives dolls the time to do what they need to do. So I think it's kind of 2 sides of the same coin, which I think is very interesting. So
Yeah, I mean, personally, with my games with Maigo when I brick, whenever I play slowly to recoup, my opponent usually has like a lot of time to set up, right? So by the time I get my stuff, my opponent can just straight up kill me. So at that point, I'd rather play towards my outs and just set them up to a position where I can kill them without hitting all my pieces, or just I just sack them out. But I mean, that's a very bad out. But I mean,
No, I mean,
setting
like,
yourself up into a position to actually win the game is just
yeah,
important, right?
I mean, I respect that as well. It's just a case of, I mean, maybe this is like my bias coming into it, but every time I've done that line, I've always ended up like drawing heal or drawing OT and then being unable to play the game, or I just don't heal and don't get the defensive and just die anyway. So yeah, I've never really had that. And also, like, every time I've played my go at locals, I've played against nothing but fucking Shiranui, Rezael, Luard, all these decks where like you know, if you push consistent damage on them, they'll push consistent damage on you right back, and then you just can't do shit about it. So I don't have. I haven't seen the other side of the grass, basically.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if he was playing a stride deck set, I would definitely play much differently into him.
Yeah.
But I knew he was on dolls, so it's like whatever.
Cringe. Why would I do that?
Hey, I'm gonna do it.
Wow.
Watch out for Fez Cole.
Oh no! Oh
that just means
no!
you're cringe. We all knew that.
Yeah, and where's your second place world stop?
Wow! You went straight there.
You mean the one you
Unbelievable.
throw? The one you throw?
Yeah, at least I got there.
Yeah, well, next time.
Oh, next time? You said that last year.
Huh?
Yeah. Where were you defending your title?
Oh yeah, I didn't want to be there.
Oh, okay.
I did
Oh,
not
okay.
want to be there at all.
All right. So yeah, I guess now we're just waiting on Chang and Michael. So
Yeah, we're here. Yep.
all right. All right. Folks in chat, you get 2 back-to-back games. Let's fucking go.
I'm just saying, if you top, it's Thing Saver Dragon, and if you drop early, it's Time Saver Dragon.
Yo.
Thank you. Be here all night.
All right, gotta move some cameras a little bit. That looks good. All right. Hey, look at that. I don't need to mess around with anything on the stream. It finally works for once. Okay, so on the right, we have Michael, captain of the Seeker Spreadsheet Subcontractors. And on the left, we have Chang, currently the MVP of mashed potatoes.
Are we really saying that? I lost my game. What?
I mean, at least you lost in an honorable fashion.
True.
Compared to how the other games on that team have gone.
2, 1, 3. 2, 1.
Chang, you only lost because Toyo's a sack, okay? At least it wasn't like what happened on
No,
Saturday.
nobody sacked nothing.
Oh,
When
right.
I'll do a
Hang on.
3, 1, 2.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself. We need to set up the thingamajig. Alright, good luck, guys.
Thank you.
I'll do even. Oh, high roll. Sure, I can get a second dice. Yeah.
I roll 2, 6.
High roll. 8.
7. Cool.
Do you have a G zone?
I have a G zone. There are no cards in it.
Interesting. I'll go second.
Cool.
Alright, let's go, fellas. Put your points on the line.
Make that 3 back.
I'll do 3 back as well.
Okay.
Who's gonna win? Bet Juff or the strongest sus man?
Alrighty.
All in. Wow, there are a lot of people who believe in Bet Juff.
Oh, yeah.
Not to put pressure on anyone, but there's 17,000 channel points riding on Jet Buff.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I wish I was on that. 2, 1, 3. Yours.
2, 1, 3. I'll do 2, 1, 3 as well.
Oh, he's not on jet buff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Tattoo, I'll whip it back out.
Right. Stand up, Vanguard.
Oh, he's on dominate.
I was told I'd be playing against Blue Ward.
I'm a gamer. Okay.
What do you mean it's a bad list? What do you mean? Oh my god.
Yeah. I will discard a card to Ride Tranquilia. Set the energy
boy.
generator.
Oh
0,
boy.
and I'll
The question is, how hungry is he?
Alright. Get the crest. Drop your card.
God, I saw that comic from Imagi this morning. It was the fucking funniest shit I've ever seen.
Pass turn.
I was just thinking about it non-stop all day.
Stand and draw.
Like, hang on, let me find the tweet.
I will.
It's such a good tweet.
Ride, skill Tranquilia. I reveal.
It's so fucking good.
Crit Dog and Cadwalla.
Got it.
And I will check top 5.
Please. This is so. I can't look at this tweet without just fucking giggling. So fucking funny.
I don't know why I'm thinking I call Sargon.
Hey, there's one of these picks is more clearly advantageous than the other, right?
Yeah, I'm at 3. Okay. See what I can do here. I wonder if you're cooking. I wonder if you're in Chef Sook in his kitchen today.
Does he know, chat? Does he know?
Alright, 1, 3, and 2.
I think he's about to find out.
Right. Yeah, I'll make it hurt a little bit. Fall Cadwalla.
Let's go!
I will go ahead and swing 23 to Vanguard.
No guard.
Drive check, no trigger.
No trigger.
Okay, and this is 23 to Vanguard.
23, I'll take.
Okay, skill of Cadwalla first.
Oh, if this pays off.
1 and retire it.
If this pays off.
Check top 3. I will reveal a Taste Vault and add it to hand. And yeah, and shuffle the deck. And then I'll resolve Dog after that. But you can start your turn, honestly.
Yeah, 2 damage, and it pays off because...
This is 1.
Dragon Empire Wisdom Teeth.
2, 3.
Yo, Energy Blast 2, Barbecue,
Dog,
4 open circles.
2.
I'm all about that life.
1 a hand, 1 a bottom.
The worst part is he hasn't, like... Michael hasn't even left his board empty to play around the regular line.
4 open.
Yo!
Yes, 4 open. You are
Latifa.
Okay.
Latifa. Come on, come on, come on. No, no, Latifa. Come on, Latifa from hand, I believe. Latifa from hand, I believe.
Come
on, come on, come on.
Here, 1, 2, 3.
You can do 3, 1, 2.
Battle Crack gains 5k.
Oh, not quite. Not quite.
Or Henry gains 5k. 18 to Vanguard.
We were this close to greatness.
And the other column is 21?
26.
No, bigger. 26.
5k Shenry, 5k Static Crack.
No trigger.
Another Shenry comes down.
Damage of Scotty, unfortunately.
26.
Just naturally have 2 Shenry. Who the hell needs Isazao?
I will guard with Piscotti, Energy Blast 3, and draw, and drop another 15, so that's 30.
Go ahead.
Who the hell needs Isazao, man?
Stand and draw. Start
That
red,
shit just wastes
energy charge
Counterblast.
3. I will discard a.
Is Luhan grade 3 restricted? I don't think it is,
Will
right?
I discard? Or do I want to actually put on some pressure?
It is not grade 3 restricted. It does cost Counterblast, though. But I think the order countercharges?
Around a little bit. I will.
What does the order
I'll
do again?
Fault and call dog.
Sure.
I'll go 23k to Vanguard.
That's
One
not
pass.
the right order.
Drive check, no trigger.
Mm. What about?
Thinking on dog skill.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was an only. Nah, no dog skill. And I'll
Oh,
do
dog! Oh,
23k to Van.
what is he cooking?
15.
Cool. Dog skill. Fire. Checked up 2. Ooh.
Yeah, I
Two,
actually
one
really like
hand,
the static crack
bottom,
Genkai
and
ride
left.
line, personally. Because in a situation like this, it also lets you play like grade 3 game forever.
Right, Nui.
Nope,
Yeah,
we're just
continue.
riding grade 3. We're just gonna go for it. Genkai on the static crack column. Genkai
Impact goes here, Soul Charge 1.
Mhm.
That's unlucky. Energy Blast 7, draw a card.
Yep.
That works. Got a crack.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
Swings that Tape Vault.
No guard.
Power heal 1.
Heal is solid.
Can check.
Begins.
All effects.
Whoa!
Cool.
Wow!
Dies.
Finish. Can I see what then drop?
Yep. There's 2 dogs, a Taith, Cadwalla, Biscotti, a couple crits.
Yep, that's fine. Thank you. Oh, so it's 46 to crit.
Do you want to push the opponent up to 3?
Cards in hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'll take it. First, Sagittarius.
Good
Second, Ariel.
Go past. Go ahead.
All right. Stand and draw. Energy charge 3.
Mhm.
I will discard a Spiral Cutie
Yep.
to Ride Resil.
It's not Luhan.
Still a Spiral
Sad.
Cutie first. I will Soul Blast 1, draw a card, and put it on the bottom of my deck.
No horse gaming
Skill
today,
Sensior.
folks.
Call dog. Obviously.
Although Michael hasn't seen Wisdom of the World yet, which is
Then I will
slightly concerning. Unless he plans to just re-ride Luhan later on in the game.
call Taith Fault.
Yeah, okay.
I'm missing a piece that I would have really liked having, but that's okay. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to call it there. All right, this will be.
Oh, it doesn't even make another
33K,
column.
man.
I'll take power and draw.
Crazy defensive.
Oof. Okay. Dog
We
skill.
can see
All
that
right.
Michael is not very
Checked
hungry.
up 2. 1 hand, 1 the bottom. I love that my decisions are made for me.
Yeah, he is.
On attack.
He's done that thing where you walk into the
Counterblast
kitchen,
1.
forgot why you went into the
Counterblast 1.
kitchen, and then left the kitchen again.
Choices are hard. Counterblast 1. Call dog and call Taith Fault.
Not Cadwalla's interesting.
So
What's the
this
number?
is 26.
26. 2 to best.
Like, does Cadwalla have to attack a Vanguard?
38 for 2 to best.
I don't think so, right?
Yeah, crit. All right. First check crit. All the Taith Fault.
It does have to attack
Second check,
Vanguard.
crit.
Never mind.
Okay. Skill of dog. Higher. Or
Movement
actually,
Tabata? I don't know. I feel like
you have. What's the card behind Van right now?
Akachika. It's
I
the on-play stealth
Oh,
from
yeah,
Drop to Soul.
I can see an argument to
Yeah.
attack Static Crack with CAD and like draw a card, but CAD Waller doesn't work when you attack a rear. Chang's already got all the damage they need.
Yeah, I will do dog skill. Okay. One to hand and one bottom.
Mhm.
And then this will.
Yeah, Clanging Board. I know
only
Clanging Board
be
doesn't
an
matter.
equal
It's
number
more
of
just like
hits. Now,
finding
so this will be
pieces.
20, 30, 38 to ban.
38.
Yeah.
Guarding
That'll
everything.
be
That's
38, 48. Yeah.
Yep, fast turn.
Yeah,
That's
like
nice.
at the same time, I feel like ripping cards out of Nui's hand doesn't really do much when all that's coming out is triggers and not critical pieces.
Guard Angel Ladder first try.
Magen Tenbu.
Wall in hand. Think Tape Fault at Tape Fault. Tape Fault in front of Selgeon into Tape Fault. Yeah,
Into
that
this
one is
Tape
that
Fault.
one. Mhm.
I'll take that.
Yeah, but like
Tenbu. Tape
surely
Fault
you're
to Sergeon.
like I think they're banking on
Gangplank
the
is
other
active, so
deck
that's a
falling
29 to
over
8.
and dying from the overwhelming crest power first. Though.
29 to 8.
I think that's the issue, right?
I'll have the removal here.
As in, I feel like playing
No,
War of
I'll go
Attrition
that.
is not really what you want to be doing.
Tape Fault retires.
Yep.
Static Crack Power.
Michael is indeed on 3 damage. Is that double
That's Furai.
Sekie? Or is that
Yep,
Furai?
25.
That's a Furai, okay.
25. Other column is 23 right now.
28. Static Crack Power. So 20 and 8.
Right. Guard.
28.
Guard at the front. 33.
Sure. So last 2.
Mhm.
33 plus 8, 41.
Perfect guard. Pitching order.
Power critical.
Ooh, the heal is not
3
live,
power.
but power is valid.
Yep, no heal.
And Shenry. Great heal, Shenry.
Great heal Henry, yes.
Okay.
Sekie is 20,
This is
30?
10,
35.
20, 25, 35, 45, 2 crit.
This one is 2 crit.
This one is 30.
Okay. Yeah, I will perfect guard. Discard area.
And then take the Sekie swing, probably.
30.
Take heal.
Ooh.
Heal is good.
Good
Yep.
heal.
Go for it.
Okay. Stand and draw.
Persona Ride Divine Skill,
Uh,
next turn
And
Luhan.
charge 3.
You got it.
And Persona Ride.
Mhm.
Draw. Take it to the front. Game is being very funny. Energy Blast 7.
Can't
And draw a card.
Skills.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
DCL does lock.
Play the order.
Order's
I
good.
will counterblast 1. Draw 2, call 2.
Yep.
So yeah, then I have no idea what the
wow.
Luhan pieces are doing in here.
Incredible, really.
You got a wall and another call.
Call Masher.
Oh, that's pretty good.
All right,
That's
all right.
really
we found out.
good.
We found our pieces.
pretty good.
Baseball, Soul Blast 1.
Top
Check
5.
Top 5.
Find the counter charger or find a dog.
Wish that had been kept there, but that's okay. I will just call it Tasteful
Ooh.
there, I think.
No dog. Okay.
I don't really want to call any of the others. I'm gonna Divine Skill. Do you mind if I just shuffle after I do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Ooh, straight away Divine Skill. I like the
Let me
early
know how many
Divine
crits are
Skill.
getting sent back.
Yep, we'll do. This is gonna be actually count the crits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bit. Might be bad.
And cards in hand right now?
6.
6. Okay.
Are you under
Triple
Persona?
blank drives.
I
Yeah,
am
that's always going to happen, right?
Okay.
The more crits you put back, the less likely you are to see them. That is just facts.
That, and that. This is 1.
3, 1, 2.
3, 1, 2. Awesome. And yeah, none of those are really good for anything right now. Okay. Started off with 33k to ban.
I'll take this one.
Actually, oh yeah, no, I did play an order this time.
33 is fine.
Okay. Dog skill, retire. Check top 2.
Those left hand part, wasn't there like a grade 2 we saw at some point?
Ah,
Like on turn 2
that's
or
okay.
turn 1.
Neither of those are fun, but
This
I
one we
think
saw like some left hand piece.
it is definitely correct to do that. One to hand, one to bottom.
Might have just been the grade 0.
On attack,
Maybe.
counterblast 1. Call 2. Dog,
Teeth fault.
unsurprisingly, and yeah, I healed, so just default.
I have an
Bamboozled opponent. Yeah, it worked. We were definitely bamboozled.
23 to ban.
It's not that big. I think there was an argument to taking this one actually.
Mm.
2 pieces of damage zone Genkai Nui. I think there's an argument to taking this, right?
No pass. Actually,
28,
45,
30.
58. 3 to pass. 58 is no pass. Yeah, no pass.
Over.
Yeah.
Over.
Oh, OT
Mhm.
pass.
First front.
Front. Show him the OT now.
Good thing.
Second heal.
Oh,
Heal is good
not
because we're
the
both
strong
at
man.
3.
Yep.
I'll heal the aerial. Power to masher.
Yeah.
So it has the 15 from its own skill and the 10 from the.
I mean, I think double trigger's fine as long as there's no
and full
crit.
check crit.
Yep.
Okay, never
I'll
mind.
give all the masher.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yo, how does
So
man
this
get?
is,
How do you get
53
3
to
crits on the drive
1
check?
damage.
How does that happen?
Power.
Dog skill, retire, check top 2.
Simply
one
built
hand,
different.
one bottom, and this is 13, 28.
Yeah,
It's PG,
it's,
don't read the numbers.
it's way too big. It's way too fucking big, bro.
And pass turn.
All right.
Discard. It's an Obero, so I can try Mukuro.
Yep.
Send Master at Taith Fault.
Masher at other
Take
front
one.
rotation.
Hmm.
That's
50k shield. Get rid of the intercept. How much soul does May have? I think she has 3 or 4. So she could do the double Sekie
Yeah, I'll
play
take
really easily.
Okay.
Ooh, let's go.
Obero.
Yep.
It's only
Last
3.
one.
So we can't do the full funny play.
You get a lot of
A Master into Vanguard for 32.
Or we can do the full funny play, but we don't get to restand the Furai, which seems bad.
I'll guard with front.
Vanguard's gonna swing at Master. I'm gonna thinking.
Oh, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it.
Cards in hand.
3, 6, 7.
Okay. Vanguard goes to Masher for 18 into.
Oh, we're not going for it.
18 into 17, I believe.
The Sekie would have been
Yeah,
what?
18 and
10,
cards in hand right now?
20,
1.
30,
1, okay.
48. That's. I guess if you're only on 2 damage, it's not worth it because you're not pushing you're not pressuring lethal. It's just drawing an extra card, which is pretty bad value for 1 soul here. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it.
You'll have plus 10k in terms of crush power because you did 1 Mug and Tempo turn. Mukuro doesn't flip. That wasn't placed that turn. Genkai is boost because you used the skill. Furai will have plus 15. So that's
Do you ever got the masher?
35 and 45.
Like you want it in the drop zone to reanimate with Razael, right? Surely.
I'm assuming 28 and then 30. That's not fun, but I can see. 3. How many triggers are out?
Like if Michael guards, he has to guard
One,
with
2,
whatchamacallit.
3, 4, 5, 6,
It has to be with
7,
Biscotti and
8,
nothing
9,
else.
10. Really?
Like it has to be with Biscotti, right? If he
11.
guards.
Okay.
Jesus.
And how many of those are crits? Like 7 of them? 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Also, I don't think Michael is actually under threat of dying because he did use Divine Skill, so there is that. And I don't know if Chang is skilled enough to be able to slam double crit 3 triggers like Michael did,
Asher is a nice speeder, but that's
especially with the compression we've just seen.
rating 4. Sorry to take so long thinking about this.
No
Probably
worries.
it's like the most trivial part of the turn.
Top deck wisdom
playing
default.
next turn a little bit.
I mean, he's only seen 1 wisdom up until this point, so it looks good.
Yes. I'll take it. That's fine.
Ooh.
That's bad.
Which 2?
2 Blue Orvis.
2 Blue Orvis. Okay.
Battle. 28.
See, we can believe that Chang will
I
simply
will
hit
guard
the OT
32.
like an amazing
35.
player.
I'll take dog.
No defensive. This is a good
Use
start.
both 3 standards. Seki will gain 10k. I draw a card.
Yeah.
Vanguard is 28, 38, 46.
Yeah. No guard. Surely you do not double crit me.
Surely. OT?
Sure.
No. No triggers at all. In
1
fact,
damage elementary.
5k shield value in 3 drives.
How big shield?
Hange. Hange.
45.
45. Okay. After I map the whole turn out. Damage, Cadwalla.
45.
OT.
PG fodder. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Defensive
and,
OT.
And draw.
We believe.
Energy charge.
Surely she doesn't have it in
3.
hand.
I will move Taste up. I will a Gratias Gradale to activate Persona Ride.
Yo, the
Draw a
cup.
card. So it'll be 10k to my front row. That's okay. I will call Biscotti.
Uh-oh.
I'm actually going to counterblast 1. Save my energy for a bit. And let me check it. Check top 3.
You're under Persona?
1 on top. 4 call.
Did you
Yeah.
Persona?
I played
Okay, sure.
I played the order.
Cup turns on dog. Very important.
Okay.
Yeah, he played cup.
You Persona Road and did order?
I played the order to activate Persona.
Oh,
Ride.
yeah, sure.
So I Persona Road this turn, technically. Yeah, I'm gonna put 1 on top and the other 2 on bottom. I'm not gonna call it. Alright. And then I'm going to
Dog.
call Aerial Sage. And I'm going to
Dog. No dog.
Call Blade Feather Dragon. Actually, I'll call 2 Blade Feather Dragons. I really want
Jesus
to
Christ.
not hit a ton of bear checks. Please do not defensive OT. It would be very not poggers of you. Okay, this is going to be. Yeah, this
Does
is going to
plus
be
4K change
14,
anything?
24 to van.
Plus 4K doesn't change anything. Very sad.
Okay. Skill the crit. Talking to soul.
The 2K doesn't change anything either.
Sure. I will swing 34 to van.
Trigger.
What? That is the Latifa way too late.
Soul,
No
and another
defensive.
2K.
Brutal. I
And
think
then
Chang's still fine though. Even if
on
Michael does
attack-
the 5 attack combo,
Counterblast 1.
should be able to guard this unless Michael sacks again with like another front
Because I have
heel or
5
some
damage,
bullshit.
I can call it 2 and a 3.
Yep.
So I will call a Masher.
And Teeth Vault. Yep.
And then I will I'll go ahead and discard a card.
Yep.
Counter charge 1.
Let's go for the counter charge. I guess he
Okay,
wants the
so this
5K. That makes
is
sense.
28, 38, 42 to ban. No good? Okay.
Oh,
Crit
yeah!
ban, part of taste fault, second check, crit
Stop,
ban.
bro! Come on!
Yeah, every single non-shield
Yeah,
left in my deck.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah,
Dude.
those
Dude.
checks. Thank you for the game.
I mean, like, I wasn't guarding anyways. All three of my PGs went to solar damage,
Oh
so like,
my
no point.
god. Oh god.
I was stressed, but the heal was good. And I saw dog, and the one of the things I was debating over, it was OT and the order. I already had tough in hand. I'm like, I need to have shield for this turn.
I pray
I'm
it's
getting
not a repeat of week 1. Those fucking heals, man. That was disgusting. That was vile.
I mean, the first heal was okay. The second heal wasn't, and then I just don't have PGs all game because all three hit public zones that weren't in hand already.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
I also like the bit where across 2
I was scared 'cause
turns,
I went order.
Chang's 6 drive check shows 1 trigger, Michael's 5 drive checks shows 5. That's also really, really cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
I divine skill one of them, and I mean, I missed order and I missed early triggers.
I mean, like, the biggest annoyance was, like, I Latifa, and then I see a Kaga Chica, and I don't have stealth in drop. like,
Yeah.
like I kind of needed the one more soul so I can get another Sekie drive, but like, it didn't really
Yeah.
mean anything.
Neither of us were cooking. Too hard.
So what's up with your ride line, Michael?
It's
mean? Just like all the things I'm pulling.
It's just the Luhan Zero. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we
Okay.
I like you, Cortex.
We just assumed it was horse grade 2, and I was confused.
We just let ourselves be gaslit.
Oh, Lamau. Yeah, no, it's Llewellyn grade 0, Alden grade 1, Razel grade 2, Razel grade
Sure.
3. Caterpile.
Love to see it.
I love dogs and horses.
All right.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Okay, so I don't think we have any more games to be played? Question mark. Yeah, to my knowledge, no one else is playing. I did have some more games recorded. I don't know if we want to go over them. Let's see. I'll tell you what we can do. Since everyone's already here, let's do a live group commentary analysis of a game. How's that sound?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Let me set this up. Where is... Where is my week? There we go. Okay, let me share it in here as well. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Week 1. Where's my week 1? Where is my week 1? Hello? OBS, please? OBS, please?
Full tech support.
Alright, hang on. I'll figure this out. Give it a second. I have an idea. I have a solution. There we go. We got it working. Let's go. And then. Oh! And it looks good on as well. Everything actually looks good. Unbelievable. Okay. If anyone else wants to be part of the live analysis, go for it. So yeah, on the left we have Al, also known as Echo. And on the right we have Tommy, also known as Schneesferno. This is one that I definitely need to play without audio for obvious reasons. And yeah, this is certainly a game. And I think they're both playing. No, I think Al's on Welstra, and I think Tommy's on Rezael? Question mark. All right. So
Tommy's on Valena.
oh, is it Valena?
Yeah, the
Oh,
matchup is
yeah.
Valena versus Welstra.
You're right. It is Valena. Going first is not ideal for Welstra unless he's managed to open the Lubetzel, and I don't think he did open Lubetzel. Discards the Freischütz. Searches for dog. Also, I'm not a huge fan of activating dog here. Because AL uses it just as a 10k booster the next turn, which I don't think is high value. I would much rather just discard the dog for Uber's effect and gain the extra soul. Like, the reason I don't like doing this is because if Tommy hits the defensive, you've just wasted 3 energy and a card in hand. I mean, he guards anyway, and the crit does pay off, but it feels like such an unnecessary risk to take. So yeah. Nothing major happens here. Search. I think Tommy whiffs this top 5. Yep. Morpho, which doesn't activate because no Persona Ride. No guard, no trigger. Nothing special. Things happen. Things continue to happen. Activate, operate, make a board. Pushes the countercharger forward, which is also a decision. I guess the grade 1 does still gain plus 2k in the front row, so it still hits 10 into 10. Again, unless Tommy hits a defensive here. Which he does. Very cool. So yeah, AL has just lost the counter charge. Might potentially lose the counter charge on the board if Tommy swings into it. But Tommy is behind on damage, so I guess he doesn't really want to swing into it. Like, I get why he called the dog from Order Zone. It works going first, it doesn't work going second. And he didn't have the Lubetzel's play from hand to recuperate. And I understand that he doesn't want the critical mass of orders in the Order Zone, but I agree, like, discarding the dog was just so much value, especially for generating the extra soul. Is any of Valeno's pieces grade 3 restricted? No, right?
nothing's grade 3 restricted, but you do have like you need like time to get the critical mass of Velenas on board usually.
Yeah, because
Especially if
you need
some of
5
those
names on
starters.
board to get effects. Yeah.
Plus, in this matchup, you kind of don't play that fast anyway because you just die to board wipes. You just try to play really conservatively and just do 3-3-3 with your number
Right.
of Velenas.
Sure. Ooh. 0 shield value coming in there. Swings into rear, denies the counter charge in the soul. I think he takes this, right? Yeah. Defensive OT Lamau. It's the perfect time to see the Elder Breath come out. Because now Tommy doesn't have to worry about it ever again. Of course, AL does now have the ability to laser, which is pretty brutal. Actually, it's not too bad. He's only on 3, laser to 4, guard the rest of it. Finally finds the Lubetzel, gets the counter charge again. So Ael's got 2 counter blast, so he can't do the full He can't do the full 5 attacks. Because you would need a counter blast to set the second Freischutz maximum, and then 2 counter blasts on each one. So yeah, activate Bergina, operate Lubetzel to continue remaking a board. And I guess given what April just said about like, playing it slow and deliberate, I guess Welstra kind of wants to do the same thing. Like instead of overcommitting resources for no reason, to just slowly push, slowly plus, and grind them out. And just like collapse them under board card advantage because you're continuously making board presence and they're not. So this will set the second Freischutz maximum, right? Yeah. And then just main phase. Or end like attack with Welstra first, operate the laser, ping, draw off the Bergina, and just continue like overwhelming Tommy and burying Tommy in card advantage. Unless he has a bubble mean? Yeah, so in that case he can Bergina, Freiheit, bounce the Bergina, make the Freischutz maximum. Which isn't the worst line of play either. I don't hate it. So yeah, laser shoots. Does not soul blast for Bergina draw, it looks like. Defensive sucks, so my Tommy's back to 13. Versus, I think, 41, because AL didn't Persona Ride. 33. I think he just, if I remember correctly, he just burns the second blitz here. Let's skip forward in time a little bit. Yeah, he just burns the second blitz. It's not really what you want to be doing as the Valeno play. You want to be spreading them out across battles so that you can like continuously get the value out of it. But yeah, it's a 2 to pass. And here's where Philip had an aneurysm, praying that AL would just go ham and just go all Vanguard. Because like, I think all Vanguard here is correct, right? Because you just instantly win the game, and yeah, you of course would have hit it. Had the chance to win on the spot, chose not to take it. Yep, discards the Vagina. It overguards the Vegeta, actually. And then fry height is only 20 into 13. Soul Blast 2. Operate the fry height. Kill the other thing, -5. It's 20, 30, 40 with a crit. So you probably guard this, and then you just take the last Fry Shit's attack. Probably. I guess the concern is that Tommy can't ever really commit a presence and push back, because he knows that if he does, his board will just get wiped again. Sanctity comes down. Drops a trigger as well, and takes the last swing. Draws off the blitz, and takes the last damage. Yeah. There's not a lot Tommy can do in this position, because operating the Lubetzel 2 or 3 times has given him the resource, has given AL the resources, the hand he needs to just comfortably survive, unless Tommy decides to just randomly go for it, which we know that he's probably not going to do. Let's see. Oh, he commits the one he searched for just to keep digging. I mean, he did Persona Rise, so they do hit. Well, this one whiffs. They hit as in they hit the Vanguard. But there's no pressure coming in this turn. Which means that even if he, hits AL can either just take all the damage and go to, 3 or 4, or they're all just, 1-card guards, which is still in a good position for him. I don't remember what the name of this order is. It just adds back 2 orders.
Overcoming the unnatural death.
Also, why is the Morpho in Tommy's bind zone?
That's because it binds itself at the end of the battle to search for an order from your deck.
Oh, it actually binds itself, right?
Yeah, it's a card that gets cut next set, but for now it's passable.
And yeah. Veleno critically doesn't have the crit here because there's not enough Velenos on board. So yeah, AL can safely take all of this, I think. Probably wants to take at least one of these, right? So he can have, so he has Counterblast to play the game next turn. You have Persona Ride. Persona Ride would probably seal the deal here. There it is. Do you have another Bobelmean? Schwarzer
I don't
Irons.
think he used another Bobelmean here, because he just has 5 attacks inherently with 2 Counterblast.
Has the Bergina. So if there was ever a time to operate the dog, it would be now, just so you can make a huge booster for the fry height. But yeah, I think operate the thing just to -5 is fine as well. This is 28. 28 into 8. That's really annoying numbers, because then the Blitz barely doesn't guard that. And Tommy doesn't have an intercept on the board. It's looking rough. PG comes down. Yeah. Surely you go with the fry height first, right? That way, when your Vanguard swings, you can put triggers onto both of your fry schutzes. Oh no, because he needs the counter charge from the Bobomii first, yeah. But then he should just put the Bobomii behind the fry height. Because then it hits better numbers and then counter charges at the right timing. Another PG. No trigger. It's like a crit to fry height. So fry height is 30 into -2 with a crit. Yeah, I'm surprised AL didn't go for the full 5 attack combo this turn. Or maybe he's realizing he had it and misplayed it. I don't think he needed the 5th attack. It just would have guaranteed the deal, right? Because even if Tommy guards all of this, he needs to bank on a defensive heal to survive the Freischütz maximum. Uses the Blitz. Guards the Fry height. Can he deal with the Freischütz maximum? He can. What is this Blitz? This is the RPD Blitz, right?
Yeah, this one is Soul Blast 1, draw a card, and then it gains 5k power for every different named order in bind and drop.
So plus 10, basically.
Yeah, probably plus 10, maybe 15 if there's a Nectar in drop.
Only one counter blast. So Tommy only has 4 attacks. And that's if he can make a full board, which I'm assuming he can't. Yeah, there we go. It's just never finding
I don't even think you want to go for 4 attacks. You just have to, like, hope to deck EL out at this point. But that's also rough because you're lower and your deck velocity's higher.
Yeah, like, you're on 5 damage as well. And you've seen 2 triggers already. And yeah, not checking anything there makes that job even harder. Because the problem is that, like, trying to deck EL out is really, really difficult because AL's only used the one Schwarzer Eins all game. Like, sure, he's used Lubetzel 2 or 3 times, but hasn't really done anything with it. And AL still has enough trigger pressure left in the deck to keep pushing as well.
Yeah, it's just like over on sort of multiple fronts at this point.
Yeah.
Which is the issue.
I mean, at the same time, I think you would agree that this is probably one of the few, like, one of the most skewed matchups in D as well, right?
Like, when I discussed it with Tommy, we discovered that it was unwinnable unless, like, insane stuff happened.
Yeah. Which is a shame, because Valeno is obviously a really cool deck, but I think there's just too much board control in the format right now between, like, Drajult and Welstra and Varga for you to really, like, comfortably deal with.
Yeah, it gets better next set because we get a card that actually goes plus calling from drop rather than mail, which is a wash. But still, board control is like an issue. We considered teching in ladder, but it wasn't consistent enough.
Yeah.
At some points.
Which also hurts, especially because at the same time that you're getting upgrades, Drajult and Varga are also getting upgrades.
Yeah.
That's Ghost Chase, right?
Yeah, that is Ghost Chase.
But
that is played for the Shiranui matchup specifically.
But Ghost Chase doesn't do anything here because there's no rear guards to bounce?
It is in fact just a 5k shield.
Love it. Oh my god. And finally he breaks the 2 to pass. Yeah, that's...
There we go.
That is indeed a pain game. But there we go. AL makes up for the disaster that was BSF London. All right, so that's the 5th
He
game.
will
we've
never
done.
make up for that. Don't lie to the chat. He will never make up for those 2 years back to back.
Also, Ben, which BSF London are we talking about? for making up
True. The correct answer, he's made up for neither of them.
Thank you.
Real.
All right, so I think that is it. Unless there's a game that's about to start? Question mark. Doesn't look like it. All right. So, yeah, that is going to be the end of the week 1 stream. So hopefully everyone's enjoyed reviewing the week 1 matches and enjoyed the week 2 live matches. No promises, but I would like to do, like, I have Thursday off work. If anyone's playing on Thursday, we might do an impromptu live stream of those games as well. No promises. But yeah, until then, I'll keep recording games over the next few days, and we'll catch up again at the this time next week for the week 2 thing. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the live shows, all of that. I would like to start doing having more prep and doing nicer things for the coming weeks. I just need to figure out what those things are. Yeah, if anyone has any ideas, feel free to reach out on Twitter, reach out on Discord. If you something you want to see, let me know. I'll see what I can put together. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. And I've got nothing else to say. Hopefully I'll see you all around. Is anyone else playing Vanguard? I'm going to assume no. Is anyone playing Deer Days? This one person says he's playing Deer Days, but he's away right now, so that's unfortunate. Alright, I guess we'll just call it a day then. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Have a good one, take care, peace out.